Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
It's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Always so much fun, and the fun is going to continue in the next couple of minutes.
Coming up, we have the very first edition of Will Deepa Dip It. And we did.
No.
Oh yes, and we discovered back a few months ago that Deepa dips buttered toast in her orange juice and then drinks the orange juice with like the oily film on top of it, right?
Yeah.
Which is
And all
disgusting.
the bread, like the toasted
All
breadcrumbs and everything.
all of it in there. And then so we had said, okay, she's very much into dipping. And then so we said, well, why don't we do Will Deepa Dip It? And we'll take suggestions from the audience on what they feel Deepa should dip into something and then eat the thing and then drink the thing. Because you're a fan of dipping.
Wait,
and so,
drink the thing.
well, you drink
too?
you drink the orange juice. That was your whole thing, is that you eat
Well,
the
I
toast
know,
and
but
drink
that's
the
like
orange
my own-
juice.
I mean, that was my specialty, but okay, fine. I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's why it's called Will Deepa Dip It.
so
Will you dip it?
So we did get a couple of suggestions. One of the suggestions was what, Mocha?
Hot Cheetos and sour cream.
Okay. One of the suggestions
Somebody
was
says, bologna and milk.
Okay. Oh, that's a good one. However, stick around because coming up.
Oh, are we going to say what it is
Oh,
yet?
hell yeah,
You want
we
to say
are.
it now?
Yes.
Okay.
Because coming up, for the very first episode, there may not be another one after this.
Look at Deepa's face.
Okay? There may not be another one after this. Because coming up for the very first edition of Will Deepa Dip It, Deepa will be dipping what into what, Mocha?
Egg salad sandwich dipped into prune juice. That is next on the Roz and Mocha Show.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Will
Deepa dip it? Will she dip it? Will Deepa dip it? Oh yes, will she dip it?
The time is finally here.
Oh, I love this. Will
Yay.
Deepa Dip It. This is the very first edition of Will Deepa Dip It. Back in June, we learned that Deepa takes buttered toast and dips it into her orange juice and then eats the toast and then drinks the juice with the oily film from the butter on top of it. And she loves it. And then,
Look at the smile on her face
Yeah.
right now.
and then we had said, if you have any suggestions for something that Deepa could dip into something else and then eat the thing and then drink the thing because she's such a huge fan of dipping, give us your suggestions for Will Deepa Dip It. And we got a couple, as you had said, Mocha. One suggestion was
hot Cheetos and sour cream, bologna and milk, peanut butter sandwich and orange juice.
okay. And what we've landed on today for the very first Will Deepa Dip It, and again, this could be the very last Will Deepa Dip It, is an egg salad sandwich dipped in prune juice.
Yes. Thank you to Roz and Mocha fan Carlito who suggested that, by the way.
Yes. So, Deepa, in front of you, you have a cup.
Yep.
And you have a thing of prune juice. Have you ever had prune
Yep.
juice before?
Whoa, that is
That's
a
a
big bottle.
I know.
When I've been constipated, I've dabbled in prune juice and did not enjoy it.
Okay.
So,
Oh, do
yeah.
tell.
So why don't you pour the prune juice into that cup
Yeah.
real quick?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is like the biggest
Okay.
thing of prune juice.
That
Okay,
is-
into the
yeah.
cup. How
Fill it.
Fill it,
How
girl.
Fill
much?
it. Yeah, fill it.
Fill
do
it.
I have to drink all of this
No,
after
no,
I
you just
dunk?
you just have to fill it. Fill
Okay.
that cup. Come on now.
There you go.
Oh, it looks like motor
Okay.
oil.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yo,
Okay.
That prune
All
juice
right.
is thick.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Now, Deepa, if you could open up the
Yeah.
egg salad sandwich that you have, is it white bread or brown bread that people want to know? White
I
bread.
think it's white.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
white
looks like
bread.
white
Good old white bread. Okay. So
Okay.
that is Are you normally generally a fan of egg salad sandwiches?
No. Egg salad is like one of my least favorite things. It just smells rancid. And
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so why don't you pick up the sandwich?
Take out a half of that sandwich.
Okay, I don't want
It's not going to bite you. Okay. Okay.
Now, when you dip the egg salad sandwich into the prune juice, not just like a corner, the edge, we want you to dip it into, like, soak that sandwich.
Yeah.
Get like a
dip it.
quarter or
It's got to be
halfway
a good
in.
dip. It's got to be a good dip. Deepa's sitting here with a giant half of egg salad sandwich in one hand. And also, Deepa, that fat end is going in there. The other end is going in there, not the end that you're about to put in there.
No,
the
Roz,
other
just
end.
let me pick
no,
my
Deepa,
side.
turn it around. The other end goes in. The other end. Deepa, the other end goes in. The other end. There we go. That's the end we want. Right?
That's what Roz likes.
Yeah, that's the end that goes in there. Okay. Don't squish it. Don't squish it. Okay. Now, Deepa, hold up the prune juice. And if you could dip that right in there. Right in. Okay, right in.
Okay.
Dip it right in. All the way. Keep going. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good dip.
Yeah, that's a good dip.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
Why?
Okay. Now, big bite. Big bite.
Change colors.
Big bite.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Oh, guys.
Big bite.
No.
Yeah, big bite.
Okay.
Big bite.
Okay.
Big bite. Big bite. Oh, she did it too. She did the whole. Shoot. Oh no. Oh, poor Deepa. Oh no.
Oh my God.
Yo, what does it taste
Oh
like?
my God. This is horrible.
Wash it down with the prune juice, Deepa.
Do I have to swallow it?
Yeah, well, I mean, wash it down. Try washing it down with the prune juice,
It'll be easier.
like you do with your orange juice. Try washing it down with the prune juice. Yeah,
There's bits of
I know, but that's what you like. You
There's
said you like the
egg.
bits. Yeah, but yeah. Okay, try just washing it down with the. It might help. It might help. It might not, but it might. Right? We don't know at this point. Try washing it down with the prune juice. Okay. No. Okay.
Oh no! Did you get on your sweater?
No. Okay. Deepa's not happy right now. Deepa's not happy right now. Who was the fan that wrote this in?
Carlito.
Carlito.
This is a horrible idea. I hate you, Carlito. For writing this down. Oh my God.
Oh man!
Right? Yes.
I'm gonna be a champ. I'm
Okay.
gonna be a champ.
And you're gonna do what?
You gonna
Today?
dip again?
I can do this. No,
No.
not dipping it a second time.
What?
I will finish it.
Okay.
Okay, chewing. All done.
Oh wow! There we go. So there we go.
Ah.
And if anybody is wondering, okay, Deepa put the fat end right in there, and she took a bite. Like Deepa's bite, like she took a bite.
Yeah.
Like first of all,
So,
champion, congratulations,
The
Deepa, you
question
did
Thank
great.
you.
will Deepa dip it is yes.
Is yes.
Egg
Will
salad sandwich and prune juice.
Oh my God, that was gross.
Oh my God! Deepa dipped it. Yeah, she dipped it. Deepa dipped it. Oh yes, yeah, she dipped it.
They had to bleep Kristen Chenoweth on Celebrity Family Feud.
Oh no!
the other night. Well, it was another one of these things where it's like they set up these celebrities and these families on Family Feud with questions that like can go very, very wrong sexually.
But Kristen Chenoweth has a potty mouth anyway.
Well, I know, but Kristen Chenoweth, though, she has this reputation where she's like so nice and
Sweet,
she's
yeah.
like sweet.
She's
and
like a
she
Broadway
goes,
legend.
She goes to church and she like all this stuff, right? So I'll play the clip and then I'll tell you what it was they believed. Okay,
Really?
so
Okay.
here is the question, Christian's bleeped answer, and Steve Harvey's reaction.
We asked 100 women, after the lips, what's your favorite part of a man to kiss? Kristen.
Rhymes with
Oh my God.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm a good Christian girl. Forgive me.
It rhymes with it.
Say what it rhymes with.
Hold
You
on.
go stand right over there, young lady. You stay right over there, young lady.
I will.
Nicest woman I've ever met. Oh my God, I can just tell you're just a wonderful person. And it rhymes with sister.
Okay.
Welcome to Sunday Night TV, folks.
Okay. So the answers, by the way, at number 6 was shoulders, back. These are the, aside from the lips, what is their favorite part to kiss on a man? Yeah. Ear. They have furry pecs on there. So, like, I guess chest.
Okay.
Cheek and then neck. And so originally, the first time that this was reported, the story was that what Kristen had said when asked, after the lips, what is your favorite part to kiss on a man? She had said rhymes with Venus. Right? Okay. And then so that was initially what the report was. But according
you could
to
say Venus on television.
But according to Family Feud's own YouTube page, what Kristen actually said was rhymes with heinous.
No!
Yeah. What? Took Deepa a minute. That's like Deepa figuring out Wordle.
Yeah, so the reason Steve Harvey didn't re-say it, and the reason they bleeped it was because if you say rhymes with Venus, people at home aren't going to lose their minds. But when Christian Chenoweth answers the question after the lips, what is your favorite part of a man to kiss? And Kristen Chenoweth says rhymes with heinous.
Right. You can understand why it was bleeped.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Got another slow-mo Roz and Mocha podcast submission.
Oh, no. Hold on.
From Roz and Mocha fan Alex Singh.
Give me a sec.
Who took it back to episode 7 of our podcast.
7?
Yeah.
When
this
was
is
that?
December of 2017.
Oh, jeez.
It was discovered that when you listen to certain segments of our podcast, available everywhere, by the way, where you get your podcast from, hit subscribe so you get a new episode on your device when they get released. We release 4 a week. When you listen to certain segments at half speed, it sounds like we're wasted. And a lot of the dumb stuff that we say and do on the show is that even more ridiculous at half speed. So Alex submitted this again from episode 7 of our podcast when Dammit Maury tried to break the world record for most straws in your mouth.
Oh, right.
The record that somebody set was like 400 straws in 10 seconds. They did this. And Dammit Maury tried to ram as many straws into his mouth, but then also asking for assistance.
Can you bring it down? You want me to? Okay, so now I gotta tap down the top of Maury's straws. You want me to hold on to your stack?
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh, don't cut yourself. Don't cut yourself.
Oh, God.
Dammit Maury, please don't cut yourself.
Okay.
Oh.
There's a couple real long ones in the middle there, Mark. You may wanna even them out a little
Come
bit.
on, man. Don't hurt yourself.
Okay. Going out. That looks like it hurts.
Oh my God.
Okay, so your problem is getting it actually in because as you get one half of the stack of straws in your mouth, the other half are resisting in like a really violent way to the other side of your mouth.
Can you do me a huge favor?
No. Sorry.
Wait for it.
Here's all you need to do.
I was going to ask you to spread my cheeks.
You want me to spread your cheeks?
So shout out to Alex Singh. Thank you very much for that submission. If you find a moment in our podcast that would sound ridiculous at half speed, feel free to submit it to us. Let us know your name as well, and we'll play it on the radio.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was watching this interview that Deepa did with the cast of Never Have I Ever, because it's still trending number 1 on Netflix right now, the new season. She talked to Darren Barnett Megan Surrey and Jaron Lewinson. I'm going to play this one part of the interview for you. Because then all these memories started flooding back to me.
Oh, no.
And I'm sure, listen, if you feel like sharing, 925-555, you can always call us at 416-870-8888. But this is the question that Deepa asked the cast of Never Have I Ever.
What is the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you in high school?
This is actually my first year of college. There was a girl I really had a crush on, and she walked through my hall, and I knew she was going to be coming back down the same way to leave. I was dabbling in guitar at this time. I feel like everyone does at some point. She was coming down the hall. I heard her talking with her friends, and I decided to come out with the guitar. No, it gets worse.
It's so good.
Someone my neighbor had parked their bicycle too close to my door. I tripped over it, fell, broke the guitar, looked up and was like, hey. Oh no. It never worked out for us.
Oh my God. My friend who was a volleyball player was peppering outside, and that's kind of when you like practice hitting the ball before everyone. And there were like no hot guys at my school. So sorry to Downey, California, except for our varsity volleyball team. And she was peppering the ball with her other teammate, and it like went up and it hit me, and I was standing right next to a pillar. Oh, no. It hit me in my head, ricocheted into the wall right in front. And I had to play like I wasn't in the most pain I was, because all of the boys were over there like looking at me like, is she okay? Some were laughing, and I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I literally had a whole bump. It was crazy.
Wow.
So all these memories started flooding back.
And that guy's like first year college. So that guitar thing probably only happened a couple of years ago. Like that's still fresh wounds.
Yeah. Totally.
Right?
Do you have anything like that you remember from high school? I know we always talk about how much of a stud you were in high school.
I was a huge stud. Like I don't know why I have to hide that. Don't try and take away my shine. Okay? It's so embarrassing, guys. Okay? You don't know what that was like. The pressure.
In ninth grade, I tried to talk to a girl, and in the middle of the conversation, while I was trying to mack on her, my voice cracked.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Really?
No, that's the worst.
Oh, no, that's not.
There's another time where I was trying out for track and field, and I wanted to be on the high jump team.
Yeah.
I eventually made it.
Yeah.
But during practice, and like everybody was in the gym,
right?
Everyone else that was trying to practice.
Yeah.
And I thought I cleared the bar, and I was like feeling so hype that I did
and
it.
You just didn't.
And I asked how much over the bar I went.
Right.
And the coach was like, no, you actually went under the bar.
No, you didn't.
So bad.
Wow, you tried out for high jump, huh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Deepa, do you have a story like that or anything?
Yeah. So I think the most
pause for 1 second. Deepa,
embarrassing
what
thing-
year were you in high school, just for context? Like what years are we talking here?
Jeez. Ooh, I think like 2012-ish. I don't know.
Okay,
Life is
okay,
a blur
okay.
at my age. So my
26. Exactly. I know. It's so hard.
Very blurry at this point.
Yeah.
So my dad actually used to just walk directly into our high school to look for me whenever he wanted to see me. So let's say that I was, 5 minutes after the bell rang, he was waiting outside for me and I didn't come out yet. My dad would run into the school and start asking people like, where's Deepa? Where have y'all seen Deepa? And like, I would be at my locker putting my books away and I just see my dad coming straight at me in the hallway. And people are like, Deepa, your dad's coming for you. Your dad's coming for you. And I'm like, what are you doing? Lunchtime, if he wanted to come say hi, I'd be sitting in the
Why
cafeteria.
did your dad want to come say hi to you so much at school?
I don't know. I think he was like, no,
Like, is he
he was
lonely?
definitely keeping an eye on me.
Why did he think you were like going to be up to no good at school?
I don't know. I guess kids in high school, like, you don't know what kind of crowd they're gonna get into, so he'd surprise visit
he went
me
to
just
quality
see.
control your friends at school?
Yeah, yeah, like in the cafeteria. Hey, Deepa, like, what, Dad?
Wow.
Like, I'm in school. What are you doing here?
I
never would check in at the office either. So just walk right
nothing.
in. Yeah.
We were talking. We've talked a whole lot about Dammit Maury when he was 16, and his who threw the birthday party for you, Maury?
Oh, Susie.
So Maury's Aunt Susie threw him a birthday party when he turned 16 and invited a bunch of people from his school over that you didn't even really know.
Oh, no, I knew none of them.
None of them. So they all go there. And you know what these parties are like. This is when your parents go, you're going to that party, and then they go. And so the story from that birthday party when Maury turned 16 is that Aunt Susie entertained a bunch of kids at a 16-year-old's birthday party with a puppet show. Right? with a puppet show. And Maury sent me the picture from the puppet show.
It was sent to me last night. Somebody found it.
Yeah, so somebody
Hold on, let me go
found.
over there and see. Let me
Here,
see.
hold on, and I will also do this so I can show it to everybody else. So that's the picture of Damn It Maury inside with Aunt Susie inside the puppet. Look at that, Deepa.
Oh my God.
So Maury and Aunt Susie. And Aunt Susie has like a costume on with like a big hat.
Oh my goodness.
And Aunt Susie, okay, her puppet, it's not even a puppet, it's like a stuffy, is the Count from Sesame Street. She has the Count from Sesame Street in one hand, an Imitation Academy Award in the other hand, and Maury's on her left working the beaver.
Secondhand embarrassment. Oh my.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Embarrassing stories from high school. Deepa's dad would just like, without even checking into the office when Deepa was in high school, just walk right in to go look for her because he missed her at like lunch.
Jesus, man.
Or was spying on me, whichever one works.
Yeah, exactly.
If Deepa
I'm
didn't-
leaning towards that.
If Deepa didn't leave the high school within the first 5 minutes of school being let out, he would walk in and go looking for her. And if he didn't find her, he'd be asking all the other students.
Because obviously you're either getting high or turning tricks, right? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
What else
obviously.
could I possibly
What
be
else?
doing?
We also learned that Damn It Maury famously, when he was 16, Aunt Susie threw him a birthday party. And Maury didn't really have any friends in high school.
Yeah.
But just invited a bunch of folks anyway.
And they
then
came. They came.
made Maury perform a puppet show with her for the other 16-year-olds.
And there's a picture.
Roz was embarrassingly too good looking for high school.
You have no idea, guys.
Wow.
Still, right,
embarrassing.
Roz?
It's
Still
such a
stings.
burden. It still stings. It's
Shem,
still
we never got to you. I'm gonna get to some text real quick, but Shem, do you have any?
I once I used to like sing to people in school and
Randomly?
No. Come on, you know, like a little game, you know. And I once forgot the words, like trying to serenade a girl, which is highly embarrassing.
Oh.
And that's never
Did
cute.
it bother her though?
It did.
Did it work?
It didn't. I mean, it didn't work at all.
It didn't work.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I had
yeah,
performance issues.
Excuse me.
Still to this
People
day.
used to think I was a girl. I think that's my only sort of like memories from most of my life. People thought I was a girl.
Would you have guys in high school try to hit on
No.
you?
No. In my high school, like 500 kids. Like, what do you think? Like the new guy came in and saw me and nobody. No,
Yeah.
no. I grew up with
Hey,
these
miss.
people,
What's up?
right? No,
That'd be great, though. Yeah.
It's just like all of a sudden it just started happening. I mean, we had to date. Everybody had to date everybody anyway. I'm surprised it didn't come to that.
My grandpa was an interesting man and used to come to pick me up from volleyball practice after school with no shirt on. Hold on. No shirt on.
Yeah.
Cowboy boots and a cane. My friends would all just joke about it.
That's a hot look.
Somebody else said, like
Yeah,
Deepa, I
nice.
had an overprotective dad, but my dad became buddies with the teachers and then took them all out for beers.
Oh my god.
That's next level. Okay.
In grade 9 with my first high school boyfriend, we went to the Raptors game, and it was like one of my first real dates, and I wasn't feeling good at the end of the night. And when we were walking to the train platform to go take the train back home, I ended up throwing up in the stairwell because there was nowhere else to throw up. I was mortified.
Oh, see, that's not good.
Does just being really ugly count as an embarrassing high school story? Hashtag thankful for puberty.
When I was in, I think it might have been grade 9. It might have been pre-high school. It might have been grade 8, right? My mom used to cut my hair, right? Because
Yeah.
I would only ever want to get a little tiny bit of hair cut off, and she refused to pay for me to go to Corey's salon in Acton so I can get my hair cut properly. And my mom didn't know how to cut hair, right? She would get all confused on what she was doing. So in order to keep track of what hair she had cut, the first thing she would do was put my entire head of hair in curlers. Right? And then one by one, she would take the curler out and cut that bit of hair and then another curler out. And two friends came over while I was sitting in the kitchen with
But it would
curlers in
still
my
be
hair.
uneven, though.
With curlers in my hair, right? Looking like I was getting a home perm. And my mom, because she had already started the job, refused to take the curlers out.
Oh no! Another text. I'll leave on this. One time, my friends told me to go and talk to this girl at lunch. So I walked up to her table, and as soon as I sat down, she just got up and walked away.
No,
they didn't let me live it down.
Oh, that's a high school too.
That's
you can
a
see
high
her
school.
every day after that.
Every damn
Like that's not on
day.
vacation or the
Oh,
mall.
that sucks.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is,
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Suvi, what's going on? It's Roz and Mocha.
With the new baby comes a new car, and we're having a debate on what car to get.
Well, you came to the right place.
I hope so.
Couple of gearheads right
Yeah,
here.
let's talk auto.
Suvi, you wrote us this. Razamoka, fix my damn life. You said, I'm expecting a baby in the coming year and currently at a crossroads when it comes to picking a new vehicle. I've had my eye on a pickup truck for years, but my wife says she would prefer an SUV. I feel like it's now or never when it comes to getting the truck I always wanted, just not sure if it's the right move.
Hey, Suvi.
Yeah.
Guess what?
What?
You're getting an SUV.
I had a feeling.
I don't know. What kind of truck you want to get?
Well, I was just looking at a midsize, like a Honda pickup truck that I had an eye on since I was young.
Yeah.
So
What Honda pickup truck?
It's a Honda Ridgeline.
Oh, okay,
It's
yeah.
the ugliest pickup truck ever to be in production.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
I was going to
yes,
say.
that's the
kinda
one.
like
I don't know
those.
why I like that, but
Yeah.
it's just been calling my name for years.
Are you
so-
a Honda guy? That's why?
I would say so. I've driven
Yeah,
Honda most of my
loyal
life.
to the brand. That's like me, man.
But you have
Right,
to
can't
admit,
go wrong.
you have to admit the Ridgeline is a hideous looking pickup.
Yeah, I don't know why. But something about it just streams different from all the other pickups for me, right?
So
I don't know.
why have you not purchased a pickup truck in the past?
Well, I've always been a car guy, and then now I want something bigger, but I feel like an SUV just feels more like I just feel slow in an SUV. I don't know how to explain it. I just want something with a little bit more power with it. Like,
Hey, man,
yeah.
I got an SUV. It's not slow.
What do you drive, Mocha? What do you
drive a Honda Pilot.
A Honda Pilot. Those
Yeah.
are big too.
Yes.
Honda
Yeah,
Pilots are
like,
big.
I feel like that's way too big, maybe for me. I don't need a 7-seater, right? So
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah.
I was talking to a guy at Ford, and they were saying that the sort of new SUV is a top of the line F-150.
Oh, really?
Because you get the full double cab,
Uh-huh.
right? So the interior, it is just like being in an SUV. Only the F-150 is easier if you are sort of using it for family adventure.
Sure.
With the exception of being able to put dogs in the back,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But for everything else, it's like that sort of massive amounts of storage where you can put all the bikes, all the things, everything in there, and not have it in the cab with you. But you know, those things are like you're talking upwards of like $80,000 for like something that's way tricked out, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's a lot of money on a vehicle, like a lot of
Oh, yeah.
money. So what kind of SUV does your wife want?
Well, she's just looking at anything like mid-size. She wants a lot of cargo space in the back. She makes a lot of cakes. So for deliveries, we need like the height in the van. So
I don't buy. Even buying a used car right now is not. There's no point. They're so
Yeah,
expensive.
yeah.
Used cars are more expensive than new cars. Yeah,
I
it's
guess.
crazy.
Is this? Are you and your wife? Is this your first baby?
yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, first of all, congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You just
Thank
have to think about like what's right for your. Maybe the Ridgeline, maybe a pickup truck is right for you guys, right? Like you got to
Yeah.
think about the things that you're going to be hauling, right? For the first little while, for the first few years, you're going to need to secure a car seat in there that you got to keep in there at all times, and then
Yeah.
eventually a booster seat. And then where are you going to put the stroller? And like when you're traveling and going different places, you're going to need space for all of those things that you're bringing with you.
Of course.
Okay, I'm gonna settle this right now. Okay, and that is this.
You're getting an SUV.
No. I don't care what you get. I just think you're making a colossal mistake here, man.
Okay.
And that mistake is do not buy the car of your dreams when you have a newborn.
Yeah.
That place is going to look like a dumpster.
Oh, absolutely.
Like an absolute dumpster. But when the kid is between like newborn and 6, don't be attached to two things in your life after that.
Bro.
The car and the couch.
Yeah.
Both of those things you are going to get rid of.
My son is 5 now.
Yeah.
Right. And I got the pilot in and around after he was born.
Yes.
Let me tell you how the inside of my car is destroyed.
Bro.
I was vacuuming it the other day. You know what I found in there?
What?
There was like Skittles that I can't even remember how long ago we had.
Yes.
The Skittles underneath the passenger seat because his booster seat is behind, like obviously in the back, but behind the passenger.
Yeah.
There was like peanuts and like dirt and just like
Everything. Man.
fingerprints on the glass.
And bro, if you have a newborn in a car seat and you don't get leather seats, you're a fool.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to. You have to have leather seats.
Spills. They puke,
just mad. They're gonna suck on a cracker and ball it up in their hand and mash it into the upholstery for no reason at all.
Yeah.
Right. You have to have leather, but
I
don't
think you
don't
could
buy the
still-
car of your dreams with
I
it
think
with
you
a
could
newborn.
still have the dream of having getting your Ridgeline, your pickup truck, but that's going to be down the road.
Yeah.
Is there a chance that you could buy the Ridgeline and not allow your family to use it?
I wish. I don't think that's happening.
No, as we said at the very beginning, Suvi, congratulations, you're getting an SUV.
Yep.
All right, sounds good. That was a reality check, but I'll take it.
All right, buddy. Congrats again, man.
Thank you.
Later.
Bye.
That could have been like a 2-second phone call. We didn't even have to talk to the man.
Bras and mochas fix my life.
On Kiss.
Did you guys see earlier this week the video of that pastor in Kansas who was like going in on the congregation?
For what? Sins?
No, for
Oh.
not buying him a watch.
Excuse me. Like it was his birthday or something? Or like they wanted
No.
like, oh, this is the
This is like, here's everything that I do for the church and what I do for you.
Oh no.
And you should donate money
no.
to get me this one thing that I've asked.
And he wants that's specific to ask for a watch.
Yeah, he wanted a watch,
Yeah.
but it's the way he went in and the things that he said to the people in the congregation. Listen to this.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money.
Oh, no.
I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. I ain't worth your St. John knit. Y'all can't afford it no how. I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci. Mother, I'm saying this, and I promise you, Deacon Ian, it's not with respect of want. I'm saying it because I want you to understand just what God is saying. I even found out that Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters.
Oh my God. And not just a watch, like specifically asking for a Movado.
watch.
How much is that? How much does that cost a Movado watch?
Oh.
What do you say to that? Is this what church is like for you, Shem?
Not at all.
No, it's not. It's not
Your
the same.
minister at your church doesn't start off a sermon like this?
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted because of how you've been honoring me.
That's specific, though. Like, that's really...
It was retail for $825.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with this congregation? Cheap
Broke, busted, and
buggers.
disgusted.
That is so specific, though, to get up there in the church and to just start chastising people like, I'm not worth your McDonald's money. I'm not worth your Gucci money. That is, but people
It's
are
so
loving it, though, right?
disrespectful.
Like, if you listen to people in that room, they're like, woo!
Yeah.
Amen.
Talk
I
to him.
thought the church money goes to the church.
No, man. Well, he is the church.
So this story blew up, right?
Yeah.
Because of this pastor in Kansas.
But were people going in on him or were people having his back?
A mix.
Was it?
Yeah, it was very
damn, I
much
don't get church,
it was
man.
very much a mix,
Yeah.
right? But it was all the people, the majority of the people that were going in on him were people who only learned of his presence because of the video.
Gotcha,
right?
gotcha.
So he was then forced to issue an apology.
Though there is context behind the content of the clip,
That's the same guy?
no context will suffice
Yeah.
to explain the hurt and anguish caused by my words. I've spoken to those I am accountable to and have received their correction and instruction. I have also privately apologized to our church, who has extended their love and support to me. The video clip does not reflect my heart or my sentiments toward God's people, yet that's not discernible in the clip. Therefore, I offer this sincere apology to you today. No context could erase the words I used. I apologize to all who have been hurt, angered, or in any way damaged by my words.
Now, the best part of that is, right, so when you go back and you listen to the video where he's asking the congregation, this is like a preacher?
Pastor in Kansas.
Is a pastor in Kansas asking his congregation to buy him a watch. Now, what makes that clip interesting is that he's not just asking them for money to go out and buy him the expensive watch.
The Movado watch, yeah.
It's that he asked a year ago and was pissed that they hadn't given it to him yet. So this is not a one-time thing.
No. This has been festering.
Yes.
Do we know if he ever got the watch?
Which led to this. No, he didn't get the watch. That's why he's complaining.
See, that's how I know you still poor, broke, busted, and disgusted, because of how you've been honoring me. I'm not worth your McDonald's money. I'm not worth your Red Lobster money. I ain't worth your St. John knit. Y'all can't afford it no how.
Oh.
I ain't worth y'all Louis Vuitton. I ain't worth your Prada. I'm not worth your Gucci. Mother, I'm saying this, and I promise you, Deacon Ian, it's not with respect of want. I'm saying it because I want you to understand just what God is saying. I even found out that Movado, you can buy a Movado watch in Sam's.
Yes, you can.
And y'all know I asked for one last year. Here it is the whole way in August. I still ain't got it. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Let me kick down the door and talk to my cheap sons and daughters.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Bonjour. All right, thanks.
How are you? Sorry, I gotta fix this. I got
What's wrong with you?
Somebody's in here mess with my stuff.
Huh?
What? I'm fine. We have lights in here and they're too bright.
Okay.
Where's the thing? You can see the back of it. Where's the thing?
That's
Show
what she
me
said.
where it is. When my finger gets on it, you tell me. There's like a little thing that I have to roll. I have to roll it to one side or the other side.
I know.
Okay.
It seems like you need help with that a lot.
No, I don't. Shut up.
That's not the first time you asked that question.
Where you tell me when my okay, so I'm standing up right now. We have lights in here, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay. And the light, somebody was in here and they cranked the light way up like
Okay.
some weirdo.
Okay.
I don't know who the hell would want to light this bright in their face.
Okay.
Okay, so I have to reach behind it, but it's hanging from the frickin' ceiling and I can't see it.
Hold on. You're using use your right hand.
I have to use my dominant hand.
Okay.
I'm no good with the left.
Okay, move over. Yeah, right there.
This?
Yeah.
The thing that's sticking out? That's not it.
Hold on, I can't see. Oh yeah, no.
That's way too big.
Oh, higher. Yeah.
Like up here?
Over. Yeah, right there. Oh yeah,
one?
right there.
Oh.
Turn it.
Oh, that's it right there.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's way
Yeah.
better.
Oh
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, right there.
There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
Took you long enough.
Shut up. What does the matter with you? But I found it, right? Isn't that all that matters? Is that I eventually found it?
You needed my help.
Right. I did that with one finger, too, if you noticed.
Mark's still turned on right now. He can't even speak.
But I found it.
Anyway.
I found it.
How are we all?
Good. What's going on? First day back from vacation, everybody?
Yeah.
Damon Maury, how was your vacation?
I experienced something I've never experienced before.
Love?
Now that I have a beard.
Oh, sorry.
Now that I have a beard.
Which is,
God, here we
oh
go
no,
with the
which is
beard.
what?
What?
Wind in my beard.
Oh.
That was a
Your
weird
beard's
feeling.
your beard's not long enough to get wind in the beard.
Oh, it's a weird feeling.
Yeah. Was it when Matthew walked away from you real quick, like he normally does? You got to experience that in a whole new way.
Usually it's just bare skin.
Yeah. I spent my vacation writing roasts, by the way, so get ready, fellas. No, so you had, so where were you when wind hit your beard?
I was on a water taxi going to the island, and it was this.
You couldn't just say the street, right? Like you had to do the water taxi thing.
Yeah.
Well, I was on a water. You asked me where I was.
So you're on a water taxi.
And what did you
Going
do?
to
You freak out?
No, I was just like, what is this cool feeling?
Did you pass out?
No, I was enjoying every
So
minute.
where were
of
you?
it.
Where were you going on the water taxi?
Oh, to the beach.
Yeah.
The nude beach? That
We
you
go
and
to the-
Matthew you leave your clothes on at?
Yes. We do not get nude.
So, but wait, you go to the nude beach, but you don't get nude? That doesn't seem.
No, but we
that
look at
doesn't
other
seem in
people
the.
who
That
are
Go
doesn't,
and they perv, man.
that doesn't seem in the spirit of the nude beach, though, man.
Well, no, it's not nude. It's called clothing optional. We opt in.
And how many other people opt to keep their clothes on at the nude beach?
We're on a low percentage.
Yeah. And what do? You just sit there? Do you put dark sunglasses on so people don't know where you're looking?
Well, yeah, we're wearing sunglasses. Absolutely.
Oh my God, that's so
You know what I mean?
Like, come on.
It's so gross, man.
But it's
like, how do
optional.
people there not call you out on being weirdos?
Well, no, but it's not like it's a full nude beach and you have to sign a waiver like you must be nude and we don't
Wow,
sign
you
it.
thought a
but-
lot about this, huh?
Yeah, you guys probably talk about that while you're sitting there.
What happens if
perving on
somebody
dudes.
asks? What happens if somebody asks? What are we going to say? You have it all thought out, huh?
Well, one tap is, hey, look at him, and two taps is, oh my God, look at him.
Oh my God. Dude, that is so weird.
One tap of what?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Went and saw Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, and did you watch IMAX?
Yeah, I did, which was weird. I haven't gone to an IMAX movie in forever, but
I
it
know.
was just where we went.
And you talk trash about IMAX so
yeah,
much.
listen, I could do without IMAX. It's totally fine. That doesn't bother me.
Everyone I know who've watched that Top Gun movie have
Yeah.
said in order to experience and enjoy that movie,
Yeah.
IMAX is the way to go.
Oh, see, no, not for me because we went, the theater we were in wasn't like the most comfortable. Like it was just a regular, like, no, not that. I'm fine because there's an hour of it that's in IMAX, right? So like all the flying stuff and everything else. But my God, that movie, like with so many reboots and sequels and everything else going on, right? This may be the greatest example of the people behind an original film understanding what the sequel needs to be, what the audience wants, putting enough nostalgia in it, but also packing it with all sorts of new stuff. It was the perfect movie.
Really?
It was perfect.
Here's a question.
Yeah.
Did the Lady Gaga song actually work in the movie? That was the question, right? Like, because
Listen, the Lady Gaga song is in the movie for about 2 seconds at the end.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, the movie starts off the same way the original Top Gun starts off,
Really?
with the same two songs.
Oh,
with
yeah?
with that piece, the down,
yeah.
and then they go right into Danger Zone.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
Bro,
so
like
they
I'm,
hook you right
I'm
away.
telling you,
That's
like
great.
it's the perfect movie. And when I say perfect movie, like if you took Top Gun and with the amount of time in between Top Gun, there's a lot of ways and places they could have taken this sequel, right? And with the amount of time in between, everything they did in Top Gun Maverick was perfect.
Do you think that Tom Cruise had a big role in
Absolutely.
creating, because he's like just so involved
Absolutely.
in
And
all of his movies, right?
And it's crazy
Behind
too
the
because
scenes.
when they had like the cameras like inside the cockpits of these jets, and you're so used to seeing people on CG and green screen and everything else, and when you actually see like what a face looks like when it's going that far and like fast in a jet, like you get all these good looking actors and they're ugly in these jets. Their eyes are all like rolling back in their heads and they're trying to concentrate and act while flying that fast, and it's crazy.
Well, it was
Imagine
by
they had
design,
to take
right?
it like 5 times, right?
Bro, like it is
By design. Didn't Tom Cruise
it's
put them all through
wild.
like flight school?
Yeah,
He led them in flight school,
Yeah,
right?
they all had to become pilots,
Yeah, yeah,
basically,
yeah.
right? Like it's crazy. And then they all the actors got to pick their own. They let the actors pick their call signs.
Oh, did they
Yeah,
really?
yeah.
Oh,
It was
wow.
really cool. It was really cool. But no, it's based around Goose's kid, right? So Miles Teller plays. That's no secret. Miles Teller plays Goose's kid, sort of grown up, and then everything just sort of happens at Top
Pissed
Gun.
off at Tom Cruise.
Bro, the movie is
Really?
it's the best movie
You
I've
know,
seen in years.
This is the first time in I can't even remember the last time.
Yeah.
I've heard you talk about a movie where in the conversation you did not say, I'll tell you what my problem is with this movie.
Well, wait till we get to Elvis because I also watched that movie.
I was going to say, I felt the same way about Elvis. Is the best movie
Whoa,
ever made.
God! Did you watch Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story with John C. Reilly? The parody?
No.
It's Elvis.
Oh.
Basically.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Remember a couple of weeks ago, we were talking to that woman in in Vegas, who was auctioning off Prince Harry's underpants.
Oh, yeah.
Because she was like the person that partied with Prince Harry in Vegas, that time when he got naked and like everyone was drunk, and then she obtained his
He gave
underwear,
them to her,
right?
apparently. Yeah, she was very clear in the fact that she did not like steal the underpants. She was very clear that they were a gift from Harry.
So the bidding is still going on, and people have until September 30th to bid. Okay?
She said she wanted how much? $1 million,
$1
right?
million bucks.
Yeah.
So the opening bid was 10 grand.
Okay.
And then somebody then ponied up $16,000.
Wow.
And then from there, it jumped. Within one bid, it jumped.
She told me one of the people who wants it.
Like a famous person?
Yeah.
Who?
Elon Musk.
Well, he did not. He didn't bid because it went from 16,000 to 250,000.
What?
A strip club owner from San Diego.
Oh yeah.
Called in and was like 250K.
They're gonna have a mannequin in there of like a wax statue of Harry just in his
So
own underpants.
It went from 16,000 to 250.
Wow.
Within one bid.
Wow. When she first announced that she was selling Prince Harry's underpants, you start thinking like sensible people used to. Your head is in the world in which you live, right? And you're like, come on, nobody's going to pay $1 million for that. But you forget the portion of the population, like the strip club owners, or like like that. My head never goes to those guys, right? Like, I'm always like, why would somebody pay $250,000 for Harry's underpants? Like, what sane human being? And then you're like, oh, right, somebody can probably make even more money off showing them off in some sort of way.
Well, this guy said if he wins the undies,
Yeah.
he plans on creating a shrine.
Yes.
And Elon wanted to send them to space.
Come on. Is that what she told you?
Yeah.
Maury, believe me, as somebody who
There's
has
no
somebody
way.
who's been lied to by a stripper before in his life. Okay. Elon Musk did not want those underpants to send them to space.
And I think if Elon Musk wanted in on this, he would have submitted his bid.
And why? Why? Did you ask why when she said that he wants to send his underpants to space?
Oh, probably to make a buck.
No. Did you ask why?
No.
You didn't ask why. Yeah,
I assumed it was obvious.
Why? You assume that a billionaire buying a prince's underpants to send into space, the reasoning behind that is obvious?
For headlines, yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello. He's Roz. I'm Mocha. Deepa's here. Shem's here. Dan Memori's here. Welcome to it, everybody.
I saw an interesting question online.
Mm-hmm.
If you go on vacation by yourself or if you go to the beach by yourself, how do you put suntan lotion on your back?
I had that problem. My back is peeling right now because it's very difficult.
What do you do?
I was using a spray even, and I was trying to get it everywhere.
Spray is the best
I couldn't
option,
but you
can't get all the
I
places.
couldn't do it. Yeah, I don't know. Are you asking whether it's okay to ask a stranger to rub lotion on you? Is that what you're asking?
Or is there another way to, I guess there's no contraption like some sort of reach around thing.
You could have said that some other way.
Yeah,
That
thank you,
didn't
Deepa.
sound
Like a
good.
paint roller almost, right? Like you have to bring like a tray.
Or like one of those Swiffers that have the extendable arm, right? You need to you get like an
Yeah.
application on the end of that.
Yeah, or you could put it on something and then just rub your back on it.
Like a rock?
No, like a towel.
Like a towel.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right? I guess you could do that. I've never asked a stranger to rub lotion on me. I've never been in that.
I don't think
I've
you
never
can.
been in that
No,
situation.
that'd be weird.
And I wouldn't. I think I would rather burn.
Same.
Right?
I've been so bad.
Because I wouldn't know how to ask that question. Like how
hey, do you mind?
Yeah, like if
rubbing
you
suntan
first
lotion?
gesture, like to get their attention.
No, I
like
think you have to
you
verbally
hold
say
it and you're like this, and then you.
No, you'd
go
have to
like,
walk over to them and say, "Hey, I'm all alone."
No.
No,
I don't
first
even
of all,
think you can.
that's how you get arrested on a
You can't
beach,
start a
Maury.
sentence like that.
No.
I think you would have to start by saying,
Yeah.
like, if you're in that position, you'd have to start by saying, hey, do you mind, like, super awkward, I know, but do you mind just putting some of this suntan lotion on my back?
Yeah, I know. Okay, so
Or sunscreen.
So let me ask you this question, Mocha. You're alone on a beach, right?
Yeah.
And you have to be there, right? You have to be there. I don't know why you have to be there, but you have to
my
be there.
job.
It's your job. Okay? So you're working at the beach, right? And you have made the decision that you're going to ask somebody to rub lotion on your back.
Yeah.
Jenna is not around. Your wife is not around.
Okay.
But you know you're going to tell her this story when you go home. Okay? Because if you come home and you're burnt, right? It's bad news for you.
Yeah.
So you're on the beach. Do you ask a man to help you or a woman to help you?
Man.
Man? Really?
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd be like, hey, dude,
Yeah,
I too would ask a man.
Okay, fair enough. Deepa, you would ask. Obviously, you would ask a woman. No,
Yeah.
No woman's going to walk up to a guy going, "Can you rub this on me?"
No way. That's not
No.
going to end very well. And
No.
the story after that is not going to sound nice to my husband. So, yes, woman for sure.
However, his story would be legendary.
No, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
What would you do? What would you do, Ross?
I don't know. God, like I would find it more difficult. I think now that I think about it, I think that it would be a more difficult sell to ask a woman to rub lotion on me, right? Because and straight facts here, the idea of rubbing lotion on me isn't that enticing. Right. So it's not like I have the kind of body where somebody would, just do it to touch me.
Right.
Right. Because that might be fun.
They'd be like, I have to.
Right. I've never touched one of those before.
I gotta help this gross guy out.
Yeah. Right. Like I probably haven't plucked and shaved. And and believe me, if I can't rub lotion on it, I can't shave the hair off it either. Right.
Whoa. The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Are you preparing, Roz, to watch the premiere of House of the Dragon on Sunday, 9 p.m. on Crave?
Listen, I know I'm going to watch it, but I'm still so
confused by Game of Thrones?
Yes.
Okay.
I just remember I loved Game of Thrones so much, but I just remember the stress on a Friday of having to sort of put together in my head of everything that happened on the episode the previous week. So I took 2 days until Sunday to figure it all out. And then as soon as Game of Thrones would finish, as soon as every single episode would finish, my reaction was the exact same, which was, oh my God, I loved that so much. And then if anybody said to me, oh my God, what happened? I would go, I have no idea. I don't know what happened, but I know I loved it.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm hoping House of Dragons is the same. Because I love that world.
This takes place 300 years before what you know.
Cool.
In Game of Thrones. I don't know if that changes anything for you.
Well, me neither, because I don't know when Game of Thrones takes place.
300 years after House of the Dragon?
Well, I don't know. Because ever since, I don't know. Because as a kid, you always thought sci-fi was the future, but Star Wars screwed that all up, right?
Yeah.
Star Wars happens in the past.
It does?
Yeah, it starts off a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Star Wars isn't the future. Star Wars is the past.
Huh.
You only learning that now?
I learned a lot on this show.
Star Wars been in your life for so long.
Yeah, man.
So they had the red carpet premiere.
Oh, dope. Okay.
Last night that Dammit Maury was at, talking to one of the stars of the show. His name is Steve Touissant, and chopping it up on the red carpet with Dan Maury.
Congratulations. I have to ask you this. So it's House of the Dragon. Would it not have been scarier if there's more than one, like House of the Dragons? There's only one dragon. So how scary is that?
That's very interesting. I think we wanted to surprise everybody with the fact that you'll see the title and go, oh, right, there's just the one dragon. And then you'll see our show and you'll be like, oh, my God, there's 17. So there you go.
Spoiler alert. What are you doing?
It's what it is.
Oh,
there
my
are many other things I
God.
could have said.
What? That's true.
Episode 1 hadn't even premiered yet, and this guy out here
Yeah, no, I know.
spoiling. But I think you'd have to assume that there is more than...
Well, because
one that's going to appear in the show.
We have seen more. 300 years later in Game of Thrones, there's more than one dragon.
Spoiler alert.
Do you think I'm spoiling Game of Thrones?
I don't know. I might be the only person that's never seen an episode.
Yeah, you should. You should really try.
Have you
and
watched
watch that.
Game of Thrones, Jim?
Never.
No.
Oh,
Never.
okay.
No, actually,
So Shem and
no.
I.
Yeah, the only thing I think I watched is the last episode of the entire thing, and
Which wasn't good. Yeah, it was.
I tried watching for
you're
you,
gonna
and I couldn't figure it out.
You're gonna review. You and Matthew are gonna review House of Dragon for us.
Oh,
more.
Lord.
Yeah. And you're gonna review every week.
What?
Yeah.
We're going to have a
every
recap
week.
every Monday.
Every Monday.
Oh, my God. So it's this or Canada's Drag Race I'm going to miss on Sundays? Okay.
Well, yeah, it's dragons, not drag.
This is Dan Maury on the red carpet of House of the Dragon premiere last night, talking to Steve Touissant, who's in the show.
I heard that you actually auditioned for Game of Thrones and didn't get it.
That's correct.
How much did that suck?
It sucked big time. And and I was so disappointed. But then, and then I thought I was going to have a chance when they were going to reboot it and do the other pilots, and that didn't work out. So I was like, I just lost my chance. Then this came along and I was like, Everything happens for a reason.
Imagine you turn them down. Like you're like, well, I offered, you know.
Yeah, exactly. You had your chance, guys. So there, your loss.
Third time's the charm for this guy.
Wow.
Do you remember any of the lines that you used to audition for the show? Because I'm an actor as well.
Oh, okay.
I'm quite the actor, and I would love to audition for you and see what you think.
Okay.
All right. So should we give it a try?
Yes.
So, damn it, Maury, auditioning for House of the Dragon.
My lord, when confronted by a storm, one can either sail around it or through it, but one must never await its arrival.
All that? Okay. My lord, when I walk through,
got it wrong.
then I will see you. What was it again?
I'm so glad that I didn't have to audition against you because this is pucker stuff. Wow.
Was my lord.
My lord.
My lord.
When confronted with a storm.
Yeah, when confronted with a storm.
One can either sail through it.
One can either sail.
Sail.
One can either sail through it.
Or around it.
Or around it.
But one must never await its arrival.
One must never await its
arrival.
No, I know. I'm doing a dramatic pause.
Oh.
What did you do?
Just messed everything up.
Oh,
again.
no.
Running
He
into
stepped
it again.
on you.
The whole thing?
No, just that last bit.
What was the last bit?
Oh, my God.
One must never await its arrival.
Oh, look at that. I wish I'd done that. But I didn't, and I'm here, so that's okay.
Amazing. Thank you, everyone. No one's clapping.
Oh.
Thank you so much.
You can hear too. You can hear you echoing on that
damn.
carpet. Like, was everybody staring at you?
Oh, yeah, it was very embarrassing.
Of course.
can
That
only
is
imagine.
Steve Touissant. He's in the House of the Dragon, which premieres Sunday night, 9 o'clock on Crave.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Podcast.
For clarification, he's Roz, I'm Mocha.
Thank you.
Okay?
Remember Octomom?
Oh, wow.
Holy.
Remember
Yeah.
Octomom?
Nadia something?
Yeah, Nadia Schulman.
Schulman.
Is it Schulman?
Okay.
Suleiman?
What happened?
Because she had 8 kids.
Don't tell me she having an next 8.
No, but she had 8, but she already had kids though, right? Like, doesn't she have
Like 3 before that?
she's like 14 kids.
No.
Yeah.
No, she doesn't.
Yeah. But she posted a picture
Yeah.
of her kids all going, it's a back to school picture.
Oh, no.
And she just said, first day of grade 8, be proud of yourselves, kids.
8?
For being kind, respectful, and helpful to all your fellow peers, teachers, and staff. You were exceptional role models to the 6th and 7th graders. But normally, like, when I didn't even think that this would, like, so it's the start of grade 8, but they're all going into grade 8.
Yeah.
So all 8 of them are going into
You think it's the same school,
grade
same
8.
class?
I think it's the same
It has to
school.
be, right?
That teacher would be so happy on parent night because half, like, the kids are, it's like one meeting.
What a night. Like 8 kids in grade 8.
Yeah. Yeah, but Maury, that meeting would be like an hour long.
Did you? Who did your?
About all 8 kids?
Did your dad, Maury, have to do parent teacher interviews?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yo, did you have to go to the school?
And
with
you
your
sit
dad?
in the hall kind of thing.
Yeah, did you go?
But that's when my dad and my French teacher, those meetings were long because the French teacher had a crush on my dad. So he had been in my French class for like a long time.
Come on now.
Like how long? Doing
Say it
what?
like that.
It's like I'm in the hall and I'm wondering what's going on.
Come on.
Stop it.
Hold on.
You think Frank J. Sherman was with
Had
your
an
French
affair?
teacher in the
You don't
class?
think so, do
Doing
you?
French stuff?
I never saw anything.
No.
And
Did
the
he ever
window-
come out?
The windows did not steam up.
Did he ever
Right.
come out of the classroom like looking all disheveled?
Well, he always does, but
Oh.
no.
He comes out of every room with a shovel. But what was the feedback like? What do you remember? What kind of
Oh, I
feedback
had
you
horrible
got?
feedback.
Oh.
Horrible feedback.
Yeah.
It doesn't work well with others.
Yeah,
no.
Shem, don't laugh.
What did you do to fix that? Just kidding. So what other kind of feedback? So it doesn't work well with others. What else were you getting?
Very distracted.
Yeah.
His mind tends to wander.
Right.
I remember one meeting my dad had with Mr. Cole. It did not go very well because I remember him saying that I was disruptive in class.
Yeah. In what way? What way were you like talking a lot?
Talking
or
to other kids, passing notes and stuff, yeah.
passing notes? What would you write in notes?
What's do you have the answer to A?
Oh,
B?
okay.
Oh, so cheating. So cheating.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Podcast.
Going into a long weekend, August 1st is on Monday. And we're not going to be here because it's a long weekend. But we still have to, as we do at the end of every month, recap the month.
Every month, this is a surprise to me. My memory is so terrible.
And Shem from the Roz and Mocha Show, executive producer of the show.
Yes, sir.
Every month is tasked with looking back at some of the big moments for the month and put it to song and music video, which will get posted later today.
Yeah.
I have not yet seen the music video, but I did see Shem when I left this building in the outfit, and it caught me.
Oh, no.
He was talking to Deepa, and I came out of one of the other studios here, and it caught me off guard. I was stunned.
Oh, like stunned because he looks so good?
Because I didn't know it was Shem at first until he turned around, and I saw that it was Shem.
What
I was like,
what was he wearing? What was he wearing?
I don't want to give it away,
Okay.
but Shem was wearing a wig.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, hello.
Okay.
Excuse me.
I know. No. And it was a blonde wig.
Oh, excuse me.
So looking back at the month of July, here is our very own Shem with the Roz and Mocha July recap song.
Deepa and Maury slap me with a tortilla. Ow! Doja Cat and Will had real strange beef.
That's like borderline snake, you know?
Tried to use my phone, but then it stopped working.
No more LTE. Damn.
And Europe is dealing with extreme heat. It's that time to recap July, recap July, recap July. It is time to recap July, recap July. Ben and Jen went to Vegas. They finally got married.
Bennifer forever. Yeah.
Beyonce and Lizzo dropped albums too.
Queen Bee.
Ow! The weekend show, it got canceled, and Justin's back on tour.
It's Justin Bieber. Enjoy the show.
Caravana and Drake's OVO2. It's that time to recap July, recap July, recap July. It is time to recap July, recap July. It's that time to recap July, recap July, recap July. It is time to recap July, recap July.
Knowing you did that as a blonde, I cannot wait.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kathy Hilton is breaking her silence on mistaking Lizzo for Gabourey Sidibe, or Precious, as she called her. So she was on Watch What Happens Live, and they do a game called Will Kathy Know Them? Because I guess she's terrible at this. And they put a famous person's face up on the screen.
Okay.
And then Kathy Hilton has to say who that person is. And they put Lizzo up on the screen. And so this is what happened on Watch What Happens Live.
Lady.
Yes. I feel like I do. Precious?
No, that's not.
I don't know her.
That is Lizzo.
She is precious, though. Lizzo's precious. That's like what I call her. Lizzo is her precious. nickname's precious to me. Yes. No, Lizzo is precious.
So everybody having a good time. And then Kathy just got it on social media.
Of course.
Right? Like just confusing one black person for another black person and then their weight and all this other stuff. And so Kathy's explanation was that the screen was so far away. And she said that my vision is terrible. And she also goes on to say, if you recall, I couldn't even make out who Justin Timberlake or Melissa Etheridge was either.
Oh.
So I don't know if that helps anything. Does it help? Is that first of all, that would be me You know what I mean? Like, no, and I wouldn't do it because of any sort of thing. I'm terrible with games like that, right?
Sure.
If you started walking people in that we work with through that door, I would get you.
Outside of this show, Roz knows absolutely zero people.
Okay. Hold on here. What's that guy's name?
Who? That works here?
No. He's famous. He was remember the guy that Drake was drinking with at the
Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
Did anybody else over vacation find out that Jack Harlow is not a country singer?
Where did you get this information that he was a country singer?
I don't know. I looked at him. He looked like Morgan Wallen without the racism. I thought he was. I thought Jack Harlow was a country singer.
God.
I only found out the other day that Jack Harlow wasn't a country singer.
We played a song on our show.
Yeah.
With Jack Harlow.
Yeah.
Jack Harlow and Lil Nas X.
Yeah. Only just found out. Very impressed. He's good. Yeah.
How many times? Hundreds of times we played that one song, right?
At least.
Yeah. Only just found out that Jack Harlow wasn't a country singer. He's good. He should do well, that guy.
Well, I'm not Diddy, just for the record.
Yeah, no, you're not. I know you're not Diddy,
Not
Chef.
Cardi.
I know. Yeah.
Not Jay-Z.
Precious. Yeah. I don't know, man. That's a rough scene.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
Hello, Tom. It's Roz and Mocha. Welcome to Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story.
Hey, Mocha, guess what? It's Friday.
It sure is. Okay, Tom, welcome to Roz and Mocha's Hell of a Story. You sound like a live one today. Where and when does your Hell of a Story take place, or where does it start?
Well, it's not a recent story. It starts when I'm 18 years old, growing up in St. John's, Newfoundland.
Oh, love St. John's, Newfoundland. Okay, so what's happening? What makes this a hell of a story? What was going on in your life in 1982?
Well, I'm 18 years old. I'm late for work again. So I decide that hitchhiking. Hitchhiking is the best way to get to work. So I stick out my thumb, and this car with Ontario plates pulls over to pick me up. And the guy looks at me and says, "Where are you going?" I said, "Well, I'm late. I'm trying to get to work at the local mall." He says, "Well, I don't know where the mall is, but if you want to tell me where it is, I'll drop you off there because I have to go there and get something, some clothes or whatever anyway." So I get in the car and we head out there. We have some chit chat. So I go in. I'm not in there very long. My boss says, "You're fired."
What? Whoa.
I no longer have a job. It's not my first time being late,
Okay.
I'm walking back out of the mall, and I see this guy coming out with a shirt in his hand. It's like, "Hey, how you doing?" So I tell him what happened, and he's like, "Okay, well, maybe you can show me around." We end up back at my aunt and uncle's fish and chip restaurant for something to eat. So we spend some time there over the next few hours. We go out for some drinks that night, and over the next few days, he shows back up at the restaurant. We hang out together, blah, blah, blah. After a few days, he doesn't show up anymore. So fast forward about a week. I've got a new fantastic job selling vacuum cleaners door to door. And the way that works is you have a guy in a van that drives you around. They take a bunch of people, put them in the van with some machines. You go out to the local area around St. John's, and they drop you off and you go knock on doors. This guy is still hungover from the previous night. He proceeds to back the van into a telephone pole. So that doesn't go over very well, but the van is still drivable. So he throws me the keys and said, "Here, you drive." So I do. I jump in the vehicle and proceed to back it into another vehicle and have a second accident with it.
Oh, no.
So I turn to the people in the back and say, "Don't anybody say a damn word." So, of course, we get back to where the original driver was, and the people that were in the back of the van obviously immediately say, "Hey, guess what happened?" And they rat me out to this guy. So he has to make a second phone call to the office. Unbeknownst to me, the office makes a phone call to the local police. The RCMP show up, throw me in handcuffs in the back of the car, take me down to book me at the local station. As we go into the local station, I'm sitting on the bench there, handcuffed. There's another guy sitting on the bench, handcuffed, and he's also got cuffs on his ankles to the bench. So I look at him and say, "Wow, you must have done something a lot worse than I did." And when he looks up at me, it's like, "Hey, I know you." and he recognizes me, and it's the guy that picked me up in the vehicle.
Okay, so a few weeks before this, so you're late for work, so you hitchhike. You get picked up by a guy who then decides to drive you to work. As soon as you get to work, you get fired from your job because you were late. Then you get back into the car with this guy you don't know and just sort of show him around town a little bit, show him where the bars are, everything else. A couple weeks later, you get into a car accident. And the cops come, the RCMP come, and they arrest you, and you're handcuffed sitting on a bench in the police station, and the guy beside you is actually the guy that picked you up when you were hitchhiking a little while before that, right?
That's about it, yeah.
Okay.
So then what happened? Did you ask him what he was in there for?
Yeah, but I didn't have a chance to do much because the officer grabs me by the arm, sees me talking to this guy, dragging me down the hallway into this room, just like in the movies, with a little table and a mirror and a light, and him and another officer proceed to interrogate me for like an hour and a half.
About what?
How do you know this guy? Why are you talking to him? Like, when did you meet him? Where did you go? What did you do? And I'm kind of freaking out now. But they won't give me much in the way of information. So on the way out, the guy's still sitting on the bench. He looks at me and he's got this look on his face like he's going to kill me. Like, scared the crap out of me.
Yeah.
So I get into the RCMP cruiser, and I said to the officer, like, this is a lot of stuff that we just went through here. It can't be just for an accident. And he said, well, I'm not really supposed to tell you this, but we apprehended this guy driving the car that you were in for, several days. We apprehended him after a high-speed chase. He has no identification on him, but we suspect he was responsible for a number of break-ins in the St. John's area during that timeline that you gave. But he used you as an alibi.
Oh, no!
He said he picked you up 45 minutes outside of town, and your story just blew him out of the water.
Oh, no.
So you just snitched on this guy and didn't know you snitched on this guy?
Exactly.
Bro.
Yeah.
Tom.
Oh, my God.
So then what happened?
So I said to him, I understand. Okay, sure. Apparently the car was stolen in Ontario. And the officer said, okay, yeah, we think he stole it and drove here. And in the car was a shotgun. And I said, and that was stolen too? He says, no. We believe he used that to kill his mother before he drove down here.
What?
That's what I said. What?
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. Tom, your DNA is all over that guy's car, too.
I
Jeez.
know. And as you can imagine, when I called my family to get a ride home, they were none too pleased that they found out they spent all this time with a murderer.
Right. Oh, my God, dude. That's crazy.
It's one of those that my family has never let me live down ever since I was 18 years old.
No, you brought him. You hung out willingly with a murderer for 2 days.
And since then, did you stop hitchhiking?
Oh, I never hitchhiked again.
Yeah.
Never.
Wow,
Jeez,
Tom,
dude.
that was one hell of a story. Thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast. Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is...
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Hello, is this Jazz?
Yeah.
What's going on? It's Roz and Mocha. How are you?
Not much. How about you?
Good. What's on your mind today?
Why can't everyone in my house just love each other?
That's going to be a good one.
Everyone in my house just love each other. Jassy wrote us this. Hey, Roz and Mocha, Fix My Life. I've recently married to the love of my life, and we live with my parents. My wife is having a hard time adjusting and thinks my mom doesn't like her. How can I make my mom like her more and my wife like her more? Why don't they like each other?
I'm not sure if they don't like each other necessarily, but I for sure know my wife is having a hard time getting along or thinking that my mom likes her. I don't know what my mom is actually thinking, to be honest.
Well, have you had any conversations with your mom about what's going on?
I have, and she thinks that she's being blamed for something that she's not doing.
Which is what?
There's been instances where my wife thinks that she's not being inviting and things like that. And I told my mom, and my mom is like, what do you mean? I'm being perfectly fine. The thing is, my mom is the way she is. She's, been like this forever. To me, it's normal. For my wife, it's not normal.
Describe what it is. She's not inviting, as in she just doesn't...
Maybe ask her when she's going out, hey, do you need help? Or talk to her in the morning necessarily the way that my wife would expect her to talk to her, to be more, have a better conversation, have a better, mother-daughter kind of thing. My wife comes from a household that's very dramatic and, talkative and stuff like that. My household is not talkative at all. We don't talk to each other much.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fun house.
Yeah. Sounds like a
We
great
really
house.
don't.
Bro, can I
How
move
long-
in?
Go about our day, right?
Sounds like paradise.
Before you continue, Roz, I just want to, I'm curious, Jazz, how long have you and your wife been living with your folks now?
Not even 2 months.
Oh, wow.
Damn, wow.
Yeah, I think it is, it's difficult because you're not asking for sort of civility, or you're not asking for, for somebody to be courteous. What you're asking for are for people to become different people. And that's just not your mom, and your mom's not going to change, and your wife isn't going to change into a different person to accommodate the other one. But I think but I don't think that means that there isn't middle ground. I think that good relationships will always start when people either build boundaries and find common ground. And I think that that's sort of where, these types of relationships usually start to go well. But you have to understand who you're living with. Like, if your wife is going to sit around and wait for your mom to become a whole different woman, where she wakes up in the morning, she's like, glory to the day. That just ain't her, right?
Yeah.
And so I think that your mom has to maybe look for a way to bond with the woman that's in front of her, instead of waiting on your mom to become a whole new person.
How do I explain that to my wife?
Just like that.
Just copy and paste Ross's words, man.
All right, I'll try my best. I've been trying my best.
Can't they just be, they don't have to be best friends, but can't they just be courteous? In the same house?
I think they are, but I think my wife has a little bit of a higher expectation from what I guess she expected.
Then maybe you need to talk to your wife about lowering the expectation.
Yeah, it's
Right?
kind of hard, I'm trying my best. It's not working so far. But
so-
I guess it's just a new thing, right? I think
Totally.
it'll come with time, maybe.
So sit her down and say this. I need you, when thinking about my mom, to lower your expectations, even lower than you lowered them for me.
Yeah.
How long, Jazz, how long are you guys going to be living there? Is this for a while?
Yeah, there's no end in sight at the moment.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, until the mom dies. That's right? Right? No, you know what I mean, right? It's one of those situations. Like, you guys, you're all living there. You're all living there. This is the family, right?
Yeah.
This is the arrangement.
What about your dad? Is he still around?
Yeah.
Okay. And what's his role in all of it? He just stays back,
So
stays
he's
out of
good.
it.
Everybody, he's good. She acknowledges that he's trying to make things work and so on, but she doesn't feel the same kind of efforts being put in by my mother.
Yeah, I think that I think common ground and obviously you love your wife and you love her for reasons. And when it comes to your mom, your mom may feel threatened. There's another woman in the house. There's another mom in the house. She may feel that her position in that sort of world is a little bit threatened. But I would sit your mom down and tell your mom, the reasons, why you love her and why you think that she's great, meaning your wife. And maybe there's something in all of that that maybe your mom starts to love too, right?
Yeah, I think that's a good one too. I need to try to maybe do that with my mom, because I've been trying with my wife.
I think that just encouraging them that nobody wants anyone to change. Because no woman wants to hear, well, in order to live in your own house, you're going to have to start acting differently. No woman wants to hear that. No person wants to hear that. But I think that I think that you have to encourage them to just find common ground and figure out a way to both live together while respecting each other's sort of space and character.
Yep. Sounds good.
Thanks, Jazz.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
You still go to the gym?
Oh, God, I haven't worked out in 2 months.
Okay,
now.
so you look at me, right? I've been going to the gym. I don't know if you can tell.
How many times a week?
Getting into peak form. Sometimes 4.
Really?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Bravo.
Yeah, sometimes
That's
4.
amazing, dude.
Sometimes
I'm so proud
4.
of you.
Sometimes 4.
What are you doing? What are you working on?
Just stuff. That's not important.
Well, you don't want to give away your secrets?
I don't have secrets. I just don't. I don't want. I don't like talking about it. Right?
Are you doing it because
you
of the book
just
tour?
brought it up that you've been going to the gym.
Oh my God! Listen, okay. I do stuff. I go in. I do
Cardio?
I do things. Sure.
Okay. And then
Sure.
weights?
Sure.
Machine or free weights?
Sure. Both.
Oh, nice.
Why
On the
not?
same
Why
time?
not?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm in and out of there, and my workout takes, I'm in and out of there in 50 minutes.
That is
Nice. That's
perfect.
good.
I applaud that.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Now, do you start with cardio, then do weights, and then end off with a little bit more cardio?
No.
Do you
no.
stretch before or
no,
after?
No stretching. Stretching's for wusses.
You should. No, thank
I'm joking. I'm
No,
joking.
not. You
Listen, I'm
should
joking.
be
I'm
stretching
joking.
before and after.
No, because I went on. This is anyway. So I gotta ask. Okay, stop.
Are
What?
you looking for a gym partner? That's why you're
Oh
asking?
my God, I'm not. No. What?
I'll be your gym partner.
When it comes to listening to things while you work out, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I started with music, right? And I was like, I had a playlist done and I was just like shuffling and then
Yeah.
I'd listen to whatever. And I realized that all that stuff is just not for me, right? The music is not for me. And so the last 3 times I've worked out, I go in, I have my AirPods in.
Yeah.
I have my phone.
Yeah.
And I go on Netflix.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I go on Netflix and I realize that documentaries, I can just press play and put my phone in my pocket and listen to documentaries. So the last 3 times I worked out, I listened to I Just Killed My Dad.
What?
That's my workout jam.
That
was that
can't be
motivational?
That's not motivational at all.
That's my workout jam.
But you're just listening to the
Murder
to the show?
shows.
You're
Yeah.
not watching.
Nope.
But like in those documentaries, when they show like evidence or crime
Yep.
scene photos, like don't you
Uh-huh.
want to see that stuff?
Nope, don't need to.
So why don't you just listen to a crime podcast?
I don't know. I was interested in this. I don't know how to find a crime podcast. Are you kidding me?
What do you
You know
mean?
how long that would take me to find a crime podcast?
Do you even know how to find our podcast?
No, I've never. No.
You know you have the podcast
I
app
don't know.
on your phone.
Yeah, I know. And every time it crashes, I don't know how to do it.
It crashes. You're
Yeah,
such a liar.
I don't know how
you
to
don't
do
even
it.
know where it is.
I don't even know where it is. I don't even know where it is. But yeah, so my thing is that I listen to like murder shows on Netflix when I work out.
See,
I find it very motivating.
Okay, so if it makes you feel better, you're not alone.
Yeah.
There are people out there who would rather listen. Maybe, I don't know if Netflix is their kind of thing,
Yeah.
but listen to podcasts, various podcasts,
Right.
while working out
Yeah.
instead of music.
People watch the news on treadmills, so
I
it's the same
can't do that.
thing.
I need to listen to music.
You do.
Yeah,
huh?
I
I
have
have
to
someone
listen
yell
to
at me.
music.
When I'm at the gym, I have someone yell at me.
That's right. Maury needs you like classes, right?
And I like being like, like
not for me.
Yelled at.
Not
No,
for me.
I need the music.
You do.
See, I do all the Peloton stuff. Like
Yeah.
I don't work out at a gym. I do all the workouts at home.
Right.
So you have the instructor showing you what to do, but then they're
Right.
also pumping like loud ass music in the background, right? Same with the bike workouts as
Yeah,
well.
I don't like that. I couldn't have. I
Love
couldn't
it.
Do,
It's my favorite.
I need to get out of the house. I couldn't do a Peloton.
No?
I would. You know what Peloton would be for me? Another place to hang shirts.
Very expensive place to
Right?
hang shirts.
It would be a very. You're right, Deepa. It would be a very expensive hanger. That's what Peloton would
Are
be
there
for
other
me.
people around in the gym that motivate you? Like if you see another hot shirtless guy, does that motivate you?
We're not talking about you, Maury.
Of
I mean, it works.
course.
Well, Deepa's saying I'm
no.
the hot shirtless guy.
No, I
no,
don't.
no, that's not what I said.
I don't get motivated. No, I don't get motivated by. I'm like I don't even see other people when I'm in there. Like I don't. I do my own thing.
You're in the
just-
zone.
I'm not in a zone. Don't
That's
make it
how-
seem like that.
That's how
No,
into
I'm
your
not in a
into your
zone.
workouts are.
No.
How much you bench right now?
What's that? I don't even know.
Oh.
I don't even know.
The
I don't even know
dumbbells,
how
are they
much
higher than 15 pounds?
I don't even know how much I haven't used dumbbells in a real long time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I use the machines, and I do. I
I'm
walk.
so excited to work out with you now.
No, I'm not working out with anybody. I don't even like it. Catherine came to the gym with me, and I'm like, no, let's drive 2 separate cars. Because as soon as
Wait,
as soon as I'm done, I'm out of here. I don't want to wait for you for 1 second. Because she goes and does a class, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't like being there for 1
But
second
she's not.
longer.
So if you're saying that you work out for 50 minutes, 50,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Her class couldn't be any more than an hour. 45 minutes tops.
Yeah, but if we get there, the class doesn't start for 15 minutes, then I'm waiting around.
So you can't wait for 15 minutes
no,
for your girl?
No, don't make it. Don't
Wow.
say
That's
that.
what love looks
don't
like.
Don't put. Thank you, Maury. Don't put your girl at the end of it. That makes you sound like an awful person. Okay. No.
that's what it is.
No. I would wait for her for anything.
Yo, I
For
love
anything, just not at the gym.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hold on here. There's something I wanted to talk to you about.
Ooh, serious stuff.
No.
Oh.
It's not serious stuff. You know my memory. Shut up.
You don't remember 5 minutes ago.
I had it all ready to go, and what happened is I just went pee, right?
Yeah.
And then I go pee, and I'm standing there for however long it takes to pee. I don't know.
Minutes.
6 minutes, something like that. Right? I'm kidding. I'm standing there, and then I am incapable of holding a thought from one activity to the next activity.
What do you think about when you're peeing?
That's a really good question. I
think about anything?
I think about different things. Sometimes while I'm peeing, I
multiple
think
things during the same pee?
No, yeah. Sometimes, like just now, when I was peeing, I thought about peeing.
Like about the next time that you're going to pee?
No, like how good it was. Like I was peeing and thinking, man, that's a really, really good pee.
Like good as in it feels good.
Yeah.
Good as in duration.
Yeah.
Good as in color.
Relief. Everything,
Gotcha.
right? Like I actually thought, sometimes I think about work. Sometimes I think like if I have to go to the bathroom, I think like what we're going to do next and all this other stuff. But this time when I was peeing, I was only thinking about peeing. I was fully committed and very much inside thinking about peeing.
You know what? I should pay attention a little bit more. I wonder what
You don't know what you think about when you pee? Really?
I'm
huh?
sure I do. Like I do all the time. I'm sure
Yeah?
everybody does.
Yeah.
You guys, like, anything go through your minds? Deepa, Shem, Maury? Like,
I often think about who else is peeing at the same time.
Interesting. See, interesting. Wonder how many other people are peeing right now.
Now, how many people in the vicinity that I'm in? Like, if you're at home in the condo, like how many people in the condo, or like how many people in the world?
I also think if the guy upstairs from me pees, does his pee go through
the same
my
pipe,
pee?
and then it makes Good
And then it makes
question.
combined pee.
Good question. Into one super pee.
Yeah.
Right?
That's a lot of DNA
Yeah, it's a
right
lot
there.
of, yeah. See, I don't know. I don't know what I think. And sometimes, because you know me, normally when I go to the bathroom, I sit, right? I don't sit at work, though, because Maury uses that bathroom.
But I lay down 3 layers.
But you leave it there when you leave.
You're the weirdo.
I don't wanna touch that.
Deepa, Maury will stack, right? Toilet paper on the seat. Use the toilet. And then he will take his foot and try to kick the toilet paper off into the
But it doesn't.
into the toilet, and it doesn't.
Oh
and he
my
hits
gosh.
and he flushes and then just leaves.
But a part of it.
Yeah, and like a bunch of the toilet paper is still hanging out.
Like it looks like
of the toilet.
it's a big white tongue coming out of the toilet when you walk in there.
Tongues
and
up,
like, tongues
multiple.
And half the paper
It's
is
so
like
gross.
wet and the other half is dry. I would love to, believe me, I would love to sit and pee at work, but I can't sit and pee at work because I often will go in and I wonder how long it's been since Maury was in there. No offense, Maury, but I can't. I can't. I don't even want you to. I have to say publicly that I don't sit to pee at work because I don't want there to ever be a moment where Maury wonders if our bums touch the same thing.
I'm sure that's what he thinks about.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
How's everybody doing? Good?
Good, yeah. Shem, how you doing today, man?
Good, brother.
Yeah,
Feeling good.
Damon Moore, you all good?
I watched an hour of the fishing tank channel, the aquarium tank channel last night, and I was just so into it.
Well, I didn't even know that was a channel.
There's the Fireplace channel, the aquarium channel, and
Was it like on cable?
Yeah, and the Sunset channel.
Oh, the Sunset Channel. You know what I like? I like when, I don't know what service it is, but I like when it scrolls through pictures. You know what I mean? Like it's just like cool pictures, like when your TV kind of goes to sleep.
Yeah, isn't that just your TV?
No, I don't know. Maybe it's like the Fire Stick or something
On
like
Apple,
that.
I know on
or-
Apple TV. My Apple TV, when it leave it on pause or you just
Yeah.
like unwatch for a while, it
Yeah.
scrolls through
Like a
bunch
beach
of
and a city
different
and all that
scenes.
stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
I like that.
ocean.
It's an
So-
actual aquarium, and the fish are moving around.
So how long is the loop?
I was trying to figure that out. I couldn't find the cut.
Really?
Yeah, but
Is it real fish or is it like digital? Because I don't
no, it's
believe any
real,
of that
and
stuff
and there's
now.
the sound. You can hear the tank.
You can hear the fish?
No, the tank.
Oh, okay. It's like, what do fish sound like? So what kind of
boring in here.
So and didn't you have fish at one point?
I did.
And what happened to them?
It was when I first got a credit card. I went and bought a fish tank and
That's
fish.
right. That's how all your debt started, right?
Was a fish tank.
Right. That's where it all. I remember this now because Maury notoriously terrible with money. Maury always in debt. Maury makes great money working on this show. Maury is always in the red.
I'm in the red right now.
He's in the red. And it all started. We tried to track it down to what was that first initial thing that Maury went in the hole for?
Fish tank was patient zero?
Fish tank. Yes. How much did you pay for the fish tank?
The fish tank was $800.
Yeah.
And the fish, I spent something like $200 on the fish.
Right.
And then you have to buy all
What
of
about the water?
the sunken ship and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, all the decorations for the fish. Right, yeah, because you don't want people to come over and think that you don't treat them well.
Yeah. So you need the
Right.
sunken ship and all the fake plants and stuff like that. So altogether, it was something like $1,500.
And why did you get the fish tank? Did you get the fish tank to like impress guys?
Oh no, I've always wanted a fish tank.
Because it was a sign of Maury has these weird things like
Sign of
like
success.
a sign of success.
Stairs.
Stairs and a fish tank. So Maury's dream is to live in a place with stairs because that's like if
Still
you
haven't
if you
achieved that dream. 50 years old.
if you have
Hasn't happened yet, huh?
well no, but the reality is Maury has 3 flights going up to his condo and never takes them.
Yeah, but I have to share those with people.
Right. Maury wants
you
his
want your own stairs.
private stairs. Some people dream of private jets. Maury dreams of private stairs, which is his carbon footprint is on point. I will give you that, Maury. No, you're not going to get canceled for having stairs, private stairs. So stairs and a fish tank, and that's how you. And how has your opinion on what you feel would make you successful, like things you can buy, changed, or is it still stairs and a fish tank?
If I could have stairs and a fish tank,
you would be fine.
But
and
you could
the
have a
stairs
fish
have
tank
to
right
go
now.
up, like not to the basement. The stairs need to go to an upper floor.
Oh, only upstairs.
So you want like a upstairs?
Well, because I've always wanted to say, I'll be right down.
Right.
So, okay. So I need to know how many fish you bought when you got the tank.
There was between 7 and 8 fish.
Wow. How much did you pay per fish? Now,
Oh, God,
were they
I don't know. The fish aren't that expensive.
were they different fish or all the exact same fish?
No, they were tropical fish. Like the colored ones.
Yeah. Like they were pretty, right?
Okay.
And did you just sit and stare at them?
Oh, yeah. So I used to the TV would be behind me and I'd be eating potato chips looking at the fish tank.
Right. So what happened to the fish?
They all died before I paid it off.
Oh, my God. And that's where the debt started.
They died because, did you just lose interest and forget to feed them?
No, I overfed them.
Oh, you
over. No.
And then, and then what did you do
How
with
many
the fish
people
tank?
in your life have died because you've overfed them, Maury? I'm just wondering.
And how long after you made that purchase did you kill the fish?
Oh, it had to have been about 3 or 4 months.
Wow. So now the things that Maury has killed with food: fish, his own lower intestine, obviously, which you can, which you can tell, and soon to be his marriage, right?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
It's Donnie Wahlberg's birthday today.
Ooh, Donnie Wahlberg.
Donnie
is.
Wahlberg. Is he older than he's the
older than
he's the older Wahlberg,
Mark?
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Donnie Wahlberg is 55 years old.
Wow, 53.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Sean Penn.
Sean Penn is 58 years old.
62. Here, I'll let everybody in on this one. How old's Robert De Niro, Maury?
I'm going to say Robert De Niro is 81.
81. Sham?
I'm going to go 73.
73. Mocha?
Robert De Niro is 82 years old.
79.
Oh.
I just read a story where he just signed on him. He's going to play 2 parts in one movie, like some big new gangster movie. He's going to play both the rival gang members.
Have to go against each other?
Yeah. It's
Alright.
called Wise Guys. That's the movie.
Of course
he's
it
doing.
is.
Yeah.
How original.
Right?
I'm into it. Whatever.
So 52. I'm not even going to ask you how old you are.
Who?
You.
Young.
No, you know what I mean. It's not going to happen. One of the Jonas Brothers, I was just reading this story. One of the Jonas Brothers talks about how he's already using fillers.
Fillers?
Yeah.
Lip fillers? Cheek
Joe
fillers?
Jonas.
What?
33 years old. He's using fillers. He
Why
said
can't people just age naturally?
He said we can be open and honest about it and be confident and not really shy away from speaking the truth.
Wait, okay.
Like injectables, right? Like it's
But where?
it's
I don't know
on your
anything about this
face.
stuff.
On your face.
So you can do it in your forehead,
Yeah.
neck, anywhere.
So is he talking about like everywhere on his face? Or
I think that what you do, I think that where they put
How does it
fillers,
work?
and I'm no fillers expert, right? But I think that it's where you have lines like down off the sides of your nose and like on the sides of your eyes, kind of thing. Like anywhere that you have a pit, they fill it.
Oh,
right, yeah.
How often?
I don't know. And I can like maybe fillers are like toupees where you can the
get away with
thing about toupee is that you only notice the bad ones, right?
Yeah.
So maybe fillers are like that, because when I see somebody who just so obviously has fillers in their face, I just especially when they're young, my thing with that is, especially when, women do it, but guys too, is that you're doing it presumably to slow the aging process.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're of a certain age, you look older when you have fillers. When you have visible fillers, you look older because you look like somebody who is much older trying to look much younger.
It works for Madonna.
No, it doesn't work for Madonna. It doesn't. She's so smooth. It's weird. There's nothing.
So what
It's not a
happens?
natural thing. So when you're 33, right, and you get fillers, and when you can tell that you have fillers, you don't look like a 33-year-old with fillers.
No, you look like a 60-year-old with
Yeah,
fillers.
you look like a 45-year-old trying to look 33 with
One
fillers.
of the male actors in Bling Empire on the show gets like fillers almost every other episode.
Have you ever dabbled in anything like this? Because I think if anybody on the show is going to get into fillers, it's going to be you.
And I'm the one guy who says I never will.
What do you mean you're
Really?
the one guy? Like we all say we will? I'm the one guy.
Yeah.
I'm the one guy that says he never will.
All of us in this room already making our appointments.
Yeah, I know. We're all really excited.
Hey guys, we're
Like,
going
just-
after work.
Like we're waiting for the prices to come down, so we can get a Groupon. Like we're all gonna go together,
Yeah.
right? The three of us. Here
Yeah.
we go. Same needle, even. I don't care. Shem goes to church. You know what I mean? He's clean.
He just prayed away.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Roz, you're one of the pettiest people I know.
Thank you.
And I know that you love when other people are just as petty. And
I
you
do.
Love hearing stories
I
of pettiness.
appreciate pettiness.
There's a 66-year-old lawyer in India who won a lawsuit that he filed 22 years ago.
Good for him.
And the amount of money he was fighting for
Mm-hmm.
was 25 cents.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
And he went through all the proper procedures for the past 22 years.
Now, was it about the 25 cents, or was it about how he lost the 25 cents?
It was about how he lost the 25 cents.
Exactly.
And the fight to prove why he deserved that 25 cents.
Okay, so go
or
on.
why the 25 cents is rightfully his.
How did he lose it?
Back in 1999, he bought 2 train tickets for a short trip through northern India. Combined, the ticket was like 88 cents, the equivalent of 88 cents.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So he gave the train station cashier 100 rupees. And then, according to him, they shortchanged him. The trip in rupees was about 70 rupees, right? So he got 10 back when they should have given him 30.
Okay.
But when he told the cashier, they refused to give him the rest. So he sued the train company for 20 rupees, a.k.a. 25 cents.
But God, that's a tough one because that's like your word against theirs, right?
Absolutely.
Like,
over the past 22 years, he's gone to 120 court hearings.
What?
Yeah.
His family even begged him to stop.
That's a lot of taxpayer money right there, huh?
But he didn't.
Jeez.
And then a judge just recently ruled in his favor. The company also has to pay him not only the 25 cents, but 12% interest a year.
Oh.
Okay.
So
Excuse me.
in total,
Yeah.
$3.03.
Nice.
Obviously, this man was using the public system and he was not hiring lawyers, right?
No.
Okay.
He's a lawyer himself.
Oh,
so
he
was,
is.
Yeah.
Oh, I
So he did
gotcha.
all this on his own. The judge also ordered that the company pay him an extra $188 in fines.
But I'm trying to, like, when you deal with this kind of pettiness or this kind of just dig your heels in, at the end of it, you want a lesson to be learned. Like, and I don't want to say teachable moment, but you hope for something like that, right? Whether, even if it's just vindictive or based on revenge or whatever it is. That person who, like the cashier, like, I don't know who he was mad at. Like, was it that individual? Like that one person who probably doesn't even work there anymore?
No, I think he probably brought it up with the company, and then the company just like blew him off. And then at that point, he was like, okay, screw you guys. I'm taking you guys to court over 25 cents.
Sure. Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Sure. I
And
get
then
it.
stuck with it and probably didn't figure it was going to last 22 years. But at
Right.
some point said,
That's the long game, huh? 20. How
yeah,
long?
22 years.
First of all,
At some point, he would have said, I don't care how long it takes.
right.
I'm going through with this until there is a definitive end.
First of all, 1999 being 22 years ago makes you want to vomit. You know what I mean? I'm sorry. That was not 22 years ago.
But I thought you'd appreciate that type
I
of
do.
pettiness.
No, I do appreciate pettiness, and I do appreciate the long game, and I appreciate all of that stuff. And how much was his total with interest?
$3.03.
There you go. I applaud for that guy.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Deepa,
Mm-hmm.
do you still have the weed that Sean Paul gave you?
I do.
What? So when Sean Paul was in town recently, right? He was talking to Deepa, did an interview with him.
Yeah.
And then I think Deepa and Thalal were invited to his concert, and they went.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Sean Paul gave them weed, which
Yeah.
they didn't smoke. Right?
You didn't smoke it?
Deepa has
No.
it. Deepa and her husband have it. As if the cops are gonna raid their house.
That's what, dude.
They have it hidden in the house.
It's not like hidden. It's like it's on display. Like I didn't know how to tell him, hey, like I've never like done weed in my life, so I graciously accepted
Done
his
weed.
gift.
Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah,
Nobody said
it
they've
shows.
done weed.
Sorry, how do you
You can just say smoke weed.
smoked? I've never
Yeah,
smoked weed
yeah,
in my
yeah.
life.
I've never done weed.
Yeah. So I didn't know how to like tell him that, so I just accepted it, and I was like, "Oh, thanks." And like now it's at home, but I remember traveling on the subway with it. I had it stashed in my backpack, and I was actually going to start editing the content from when he came in that day. And like I opened my bag, and it was at the top of my bag, and I was like, "Nope, not today!" And I just closed it all back up.
So what did he give you? Did he give you a joint or did he give you loose weed?
No, he gave me loose weed.
Loose weed. You don't even know what to do with that?
No, it's in a package, and I was like, okay, you know what, Sean Paul, like the SP gave me this. I have it on a bookshelf.
Is it in like a baggie?
No, it's in a like plastic container.
Oh, okay.
And it's just sitting.
How
It's
much
like a
weed
nice
did he give
branded.
you?
2 full containers, and it's
But like, how much is inside the container? I guess you
I
wouldn't
don't know. Like, I
Because
don't know.
you just
Is it
did,
by-
like when you just said 2 full containers, your hands were about the size of like a carton of milk. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's, okay,
Oh,
not that
big.
big, but like it's quite hefty.
That's
And
a lot of weed.
And
I'm
was it
pretty
already
sure it's
broken
on
up, or are they buds that they still need to be crushed?
I think buds,
y-
like they're round. They're round.
Okay.
Have
Right?
you've never smoked weed?
Never in
No.
my life.
Shem, you ever smoke weed?
Never. I've never smoked anything. Not a
Mocha, you
cigarette.
ever smoke
Oh,
weed?
yeah, I smoked weed
Yeah.
before, yeah.
Damn it, Maury?
Oh, God, yeah.
You smoke weed. Oh, listen, Maury.
Have you ever
the pro?
smoked
No,
weed?
I vomit terribly when I smoke
Yeah.
weed. I've done it 3 times in my life, and I vomit terribly. I mean, it's that me and weed are not good together, like whatsoever. Like if Sean Paul gave me weed, I'd probably give it to Deepa. I'm not gonna lie.
Here, put this in your backpack.
Yeah, I hear you're good at hanging on to things like this.
So now the containers of weed that Sean Paul gave to you that you have proudly displayed on your bookshelf at home.
Yeah.
Did you open the container to smell?
No.
Not at all.
I didn't open it. I was just like, I don't know what to do with it. I'm just like,
Sell
okay,
it.
like it's,
Sell it, yeah, Maury. Sell it. Give it to Maury. Maury, can you sell
Well-
weed?
I know everyone in my building apparently smokes it, so I'll
Everybody
sell it to them.
everywhere smokes it. It's
Yeah,
freaking
fair enough.
legal.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're
It
right.
was it was funny though, because one of Dalal's friends, like we were at a wedding this weekend, he's like, yo, like if you hand me that weed, like I'll sell it and I'll cut you like 50-50. And I'm like, no, I'm not like trying to make money off of selling weed.
There's also a
It was
markup
just a
because it
gift.
came from Sean Paul.
That's right.
That's what they were saying.
Yes.
Now, do you
Like,
think Sean
yeah.
Paul would be upset knowing that he gifted you weed and you haven't smoked it yet?
Oh, Shem, you're saying yes, huh?
I was here. Listen, they have a very budding relationship. I think it'd be a slap in
Hey,
the
see what you
face.
did there.
Oh,
Budding.
There you go. I feel like he'd be offended, right, Deepa?
No, I think I graciously accepted the gift, and it's on display in my house. So I think that's a nice gesture.
We'll give it away to the ninth call.
Yeah, we could give it away right now.
No.
Do your parents know that the weed is there at your house?
No, I didn't
No.
tell my parents.
What would your parents say? They're listening right now, so they know.
Oh my God. I think they would be like, get rid of it. Like, I mean, I come from a very conservative family. So the thought, I haven't told them anything, but it's upstairs, like in a bookcase, and nobody usually goes upstairs. So I think it's safe. Unless they're listening right now, then it's not safe.
You know it's legal,
but-
right?
Yeah, it's
I know it
exactly.
is. Yeah, but it's like, oh, drugs.
The The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello.
Hi, Zoe. It's Roz and Mocha.
Hi.
Roz, Zoe sent us this note, okay? Hey, Roz and Mocha, I just want to tell you that I love your show. I started listening to the Roz and Mocha Show when I got my first radio when I was about 8 or 9 years old. Oh, wow. I stopped listening for a while when I was in high school, and I am now about to start my second year in university. I discovered the podcast last year when I fainted and I got a concussion and couldn't watch TV for a couple of weeks. The entire time I was recovering, I listened to your podcast 24/7, and it has made everything much more enjoyable. I've been listening to the podcast since then and decided to start from episode 1, and it's now my favorite thing to listen to any time of the day. Thank you so much for all you do.
Well, thank you. How are you feeling?
I'm fine now. It was a few months ago that I got my concussion.
Yeah, what happened?
So I go to the University of Waterloo, and it was my first day being in the lab because we've been online the whole time.
Yeah.
And I guess I was just so excited or something, but I was literally just standing there and then ended up fainting, and then I went to the hospital.
Zoe, before we continue, because you went to University of Waterloo, it's going to get real loud in here. Water, water, water!
Lou, Lou, Lou!
Water, water, water!
Lou, Lou, Lou!
Water!
Lou!
Water!
Lou!
Water, water, water!
Lou, Lou, Lou!
Hey! Thank you for being such a dedicated listener to the Roz and Mocha Show. We are so happy to have connected with you, and so happy that you're enjoying the podcast now. That's incredible. Thinking back to when you were like 8 or 9 years old when you first discovered the Roz and Mocha Show, what were your thoughts then versus what are your thoughts now?
Kind of similar, actually. Like, it's almost nostalgic listening to it now.
Yeah.
But I always thought Mocha's laugh was just really funny and contagious. And when I found the podcast, I thought the exact same thing. And I don't know, it's just the exact same, but I love it as much as I loved it before. And with the podcast, you guys having like the different segments that are exclusively for the podcast, I think that's really fun and new. And then also all of your games that you guys have added. I guess I started listening at like episode 300-ish. That's maybe 350. That's when I got the concussion. But then I didn't know like all your inside jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
Because I hadn't listened through high school since I didn't drive to school. So then I was like, I have to start back from episode 1 so that I know what's going on. So now I'm back near the beginning. I'm on like 63 now.
Oh, wow. That's still a lot. That's crazy. Well, listen, thank you so much. It's always so wonderful to talk to people who grew up listening to this show, as maddening as it is for me to realize that you were 8 when you started listening and now you're second year university like a grown woman. You know what I mean? Like it's so crazy to me. It's so crazy. But we raised a lot of kids on this show, and we're always happy to meet them and see where you guys are now in life, because it was all like, it was, you would not, but like we used to get calls from kids who were like 11 who would like try and prank call us and everything else. Like we were such a part of their daily, routine. These little knuckleheads, and now they're all like married with kids. Like it's really crazy.
Raising knuckleheads of their own.
Yes. Like it's really, really crazy. But it means the world to us, and you mean the world to us.
Thank you so much.
In the time that you've listened to the show since you were a kid and on the podcast, we have to ask you, Zoe, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Well, I'm probably gonna say Mocha, just because.
That's the concussion talking, I bet.
Shut up, man.
Because he was my favorite when I was younger, and I think his laugh is just so funny.
Yes, the streak continues. Love you lots, Zoe. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello, line 1. Go ahead.
Hey, it's Kay. I was actually calling to see if I could introduce the news for you guys.
all right.
Yeah, I'm always listening to the podcast all the time, and I hear people introducing, and they make it look so hard, and I think it's like time to put my my voice on there.
Oh.
You think that you're going to nail it like out of the gate first try?
Oh, first, hands down.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, Kate, have you been practicing?
Every day.
Really? Every day? Okay, now when you're practicing every day alone or every day you're practicing in front of other people?
Oh, it's alone. I deliver for Amazon, so like I'm listening to the podcast all day long. Every time I hear you introduce the news, I'm like, bam, right there with Roz.
Wow. Okay. Somebody yelled it to me. I was on the street and somebody in a car yelled it to me the other day.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah. I was picking up a pair of pants. That's not important what I was doing. I mean, I was about
Like off the
Were you
street
wearing
or
pants
no,
to begin
shut.
with?
I mean,
like
what
your
I meant,
pants fell off? You're picking them up off the ground?
No. What I meant to say was that was another day. That day I was on my way to that day I was on my way to a knife fight. Okay. So
Okay.
if you would like to introduce the news, we always love having fans introduce the news, and most times it doesn't go as well as the person on the phone thinks that it will. But the show is yours, man.
All right. Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news!
Wow.
First try.
Wow.
Yo, that was
That was
dope. I
That
love
was
it.
good, man. Yeah, you nailed it, bro. Maury says
thank
no. Maury says you can do better.
Oh, wow.
Maury, geez.
Oh, better, eh?
Maury's very critical when fans call in to do the news.
Well, Roz, you've raised the bar. You set the bar.
Really?
You did something with the bar.
What? So where did he go wrong, Maur?
I think that he could have more oomph, more
In which
gravitas.
which part?
You know
when he
why
says the news.
Maury's so critical?
why is
Because
that?
Maury has forever wanted to introduce
Oh,
Don't worry
stories
about that.
and says,
Don't
let's
worry
do the
about
news.
that.
So anyone else that we
That's
give an
true.
opportunity
That's true.
to do this,
That's
Maury
true.
has to dog
That's
them
true.
right
Don't
away.
worry about the logistics.
Okay, why don't we hear Maury introduce the news then?
No, that'll never happen.
Oh.
That'll
Oh.
never happen.
I
I know what it is too. I know that it's because there was one day when I wasn't here, right?
Uh-huh.
And you guys did the news without me one day. And
years
I
ago.
remember years ago, and I remember Maury was like, "Can I say let's do the news?" And I was like, "Absolutely not! You'll never do that." And I think that you're still upset about that, right? Because I forbid you from saying it.
Well, I'm holding out hopes.
Okay, so for damn it, Maury, let's do it one more time, guy. Okay.
Okay, yeah, you got
Okay,
it. You got it.
and I said guy because I don't remember your name
His name's
already.
Kay.
Kay. Okay.
Okay.
I knew it was a one-syllable banger. Okay. All right, Kay. One more time.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news!
There we go.
Love it, love it, love it. Much love to you, Kay. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Tom Holland is taking a break from social media. Here is Tom Holland on social media, letting people know that he's taking a break from social media.
I have taken a break from social media for my mental health because I find Instagram and Twitter to be overstimulating, to be overwhelming. I get caught up and I spiral when I read things about me online. Ultimately, it's very detrimental to my mental state. So I decided to take a step back and delete the app. So again, thank you for listening. I'm going to disappear from Instagram again. And to everyone out there, thanks for your love and support. I love you all, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.
Smart.
All right. Yeah, it's got to be tough,
Smart.
especially when you're in that world where there are stories about you, and whether you go searching for them or not, they still make it into your world. So it's got to be tough.
And Twitter's Twitter's like walking into a room deliberately where you know everybody hates you. Like,
Yeah.
or you're just like, everybody is the meanest people in the world. Like, it's so wild. Like, and it doesn't matter what you do. I was on Twitter the other day. Somebody said something. I don't even know what the hell it was. Let me see if it's even still in my
it the Beyonce thing?
in my mentions. No, it was. I'm always shocked when I get a notification that somebody liked a tweet where somebody had said something about me, right? But they hold on here. Maybe they said something nice. I don't. Hold on.
Is it backhanded?
I want to be.
Maybe you need your readers.
No, I do need my readers. Hold on. Let
Maybe
me
it was
find
something nice, and you took it as something bad because you couldn't really see what the word said.
Shut up. No, but what I was going to say is that I always find it odd when I'll get a notification saying so-and-so liked a tweet, right? And then I'll just check it. And what this person liked was something negative that somebody said about me in like 2013.
Oh, they go digging.
Right?
So you get that message, you get that notification now. Be like, yo, remember this?
Yeah, yeah. And it hurts again, right? Like, it's super. It's like
Find
it's,
it.
it's
What would
yeah.
you-
I don't
what
know.
would they say?
I don't know what the hell it was. I don't know my readers on. I can't read that. I can't look at that stuff, dude. I had to go to Home Depot. I didn't bring my readers. I had to leave.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, because I was specifically looking for stuff. Like I had to buy drywall compound, and I couldn't read the instructions on
Didn't
it.
you take a picture of it and zoom in?
That's what I tried to do, but the bottle's curvy, so I had to take.
You left? Why did you ask somebody for help?
I love. There was nobody. There was everybody.
Are you okay with asking someone to read something to you?
All the time. Yeah, all the time.
should've just-
Except, oh my God. Did I tell you about that time I made a mistake? Parking garage, elevator, young woman, about 18 years old. Only the two of us in the elevator, and I couldn't read my parking ticket, like my thing.
no.
And I walked over to her in an elevator, and I was like, "Hey, can you read this for me?"
Yeah.
Which is like that's the line that somebody says
know.
before you throw someone in a van,
yeah.
right?
And the notes usually says like, I'm about to kidnap you. or
Right?
something.
Yes. Right.
Get in my trunk.
Yeah, and like when those doors open, man, she bolted. Right? She read it for me, but she bolted, and I was just kind of like, and at first I was like, oh, that was rude, right? Like she just like ran out, and then I realized I got in my car and I'm like, oh my God, we're going down to a parking garage, and there's a young woman. All by her, and I was like, that's why her face went red, right? And I just was like, and then I wanted to like, go catch her, right? to tell her that it's my eyes.
Start honking, follow her,
following
high
her,
beaming
right?
her.
Yeah. So anyway,
on
so
the
we
highway.
finally get to her house, right? No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
And Haish, she was, quote, peacefully taken off life support yesterday. One of her reps told People Magazine, and Haish has been peacefully taken off life support, and they waited until a organ recipient match could be found. So if you remember on Friday, I think that she was declared brain dead, and then they kept her on life support waiting for an organ match. So no word on, I guess, what or who benefited from her organs. But Anne's ex, Coley LaFoon, who is the dad of their son Homer, went on social media and posted this video.
Hey, it's Coley. In the wake of Anne's passing, I just want to say a few things. One, I loved her and I miss her, and I'm always going to. Two, Homer is okay. He's grieving, of course, and it's rough. It's really rough, as probably anybody can imagine, but he's surrounded by family, and he's strong, and he's going to be okay. It's hard for me. It's hard for my family. It's really hard for Homer, but we got each other, and we have a lot of support, and we're going to be okay. Goodbye, Anne. Love you. Thank you. Thank you for all the good times. There were so many. And see you on the other side. And in the meantime, I got our son, and he'll be fine. Love you.
Oh, man.
Yeah, did you see the video? It's crazy. So she got in. Did you know about? Did you follow this? You were on vacation.
I was on vacation.
Yeah.
I saw the story like days later. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
So she got in 2 car accidents. So she was speeding.
It was 2 car accidents?
Well, she crashed into a garage, like a bank of garages in like a housing complex, and then people walked over to the car and were like, "What is going on?" And then she sped out of there, and then was doing like, I don't even know how fast she was going. There's ring camera of her blazing down this street in her Mini, and then she just ran right into a house.
Oh my God.
At the end of the street, and the house caught on fire, and the car caught on fire, and that was it.
And then they took her straight to the
And
hospital.
they took her straight to the hospital. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Nah,
So-
I think my life would be better if I don't see that video.
Yeah, no, I mean you don't see the video of the crash. You just you see the video of her speeding down the road. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
No, it's wild. But she had a lot of problems. I'm trying to remember so years ago, she was on a soap opera called Another World.
Okay.
Right. And my job when I was in high school was, if I didn't set the VCR at my lunch to tape Another World for my mom, my week would be ruined. My week would be ruined.
Yeah.
Right. And so Anne played twins on the show.
Oh,
she
no.
played
Classic.
Vicky and Marley. Right.
Okay.
And years ago, when I was doing ET Canada and she was doing a show on Global, there was this big party and she was there. And I walked up to her and I was like, hey, listen, I'm like, you have to understand, like, just looking at you right now, I'm a huge fan, but you've caused me so much stress in my life because there's been, more than a few times where I forgot to tape Another World for my mother and it ruined my week. And she goes, okay, well, let's take a picture for your mom then. So I get my phone out. And she smiles and she's like super great and everything else and takes the picture. She goes, okay, now let's do Vicky. So Vicky was like the evil twin, right? And then so she did both. She did both twins. And I'm talking, this is like 25 years since she had done those characters, but she still understood those like characters.
The importance of
those
characters meant to people.
Yeah, she was great.
Nice.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Maury, you've always said, Maury, you get thinking headaches.
All the time.
All the time. So let me read you this.
It's from thinking.
Yeah, let me read you this. So if you find yourself exhausted after a college exam or concentrating too much on one task, it's because you're tired from thinking too hard.
See?
And there's science to back that up. Researchers have found that when a brain performs intense cognitive work, typically for a few hours or longer, potentially toxic byproducts build up in the prefrontal cortex that causes cognitive fatigue.
Getting one now from you explaining it.
Oh my God, I can't even get the words out. They say that this buildup can influence how people make decisions. So if you think too hard, basically you get this buildup in the prefrontal cortex of your brain, and then your brain starts telling your body to do low energy things. Right? So when you finish doing something...
Maury's brain must be yelling all day then.
Yes. So your brain wants you to do low energy things that deliver rewards without effort or waiting.
I had a thinking headache over the weekend trying to decide which mattress to buy.
Why? What was the choice?
Like there was 4 mattresses.
Yeah.
And we kept trying them, and I started getting a thinking headache that I then had to lie down on one.
And did that help your decision?
You had the right place for it.
No, it did not.
You left without buying a mattress?
It was too hard to think.
Okay,
Wait, the mattress was too hard to think?
No, my brain was too hard to think.
Okay, and let's see, this is
How
the
long
level.
were you guys in the mattress store for?
Like 30 minutes?
Yeah. Okay. Like they're talking people who, figure out, stuff like, for NASA more, right? Like
cramming for college exams.
Not picking a mattress.
No, picking a mattress is what that guy does when his brain is like, bro, you're doing too much. Hit up the mattress store. Go do something easy.
Go test the Tempur-Pedic.
Yeah. Like, I think that you missed someone.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Millie Bobby Brown is a university student.
Hey.
She's officially rolled into Purdue University in West Lafayette, Indiana. Indiana, by the way, is where Stranger Things happens. Millie Bobby Brown will not be a physical student. She's studying online, remotely. In their Human Services Program. The school's website defines the Human Services Program as, quote, designed to provide students with basic knowledge in human development and family studies skills or working with people in service agencies and program evaluation skills.
I wonder
Exactly.
if
I gotta move over on that mattress more. I gotta lie down with you.
I wonder if a part of her is missing, like feels like she's missing out on like the college experience.
Yeah.
Of actually attending campus, attending a class, right?
I think a lot of child stars go through that.
Yeah.
Because of her level of fame, it's obvious why she can't.
Yes, some people do though. Claire Danes famously walked away from Hollywood and went to Harvard.
Oh, that's right. Wait, didn't
she disappeared for a long time. Claire Danes was she had a career that was skyrocketing.
Yeah,
and she walked away and went to Harvard and fully did Harvard and then came out of it.
Hermione from Harry Potter, didn't she go to
university? I think
on
maybe,
campus.
Yeah, I think maybe she did. I'm not 100% now, but with somebody like Millie Bobby Brown, it's like she's already set. Like there's nobody in Millie Bobby Brown's family that looked at her choice to take whatever the hell that course is, the human studies program. There's nobody in her life going, ugh, what kind of job are you going to get with that?
Yeah.
Right? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like she can pretty much take whatever she wants to take.
This is just
right?
extracurricular for her.
Right. Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Mads Mikkelsen says that it is entirely possible that Johnny Depp could return to the Fantastic Beasts movies.
Really?
So Mads took over for Johnny in the third movie, which was the Dumbledore movie, but Johnny was cast as Grindelwald in the Fantastic Beasts and the Crimes of Grindelwald.
How'd they explain the character? I guess magic, right?
No. He was the same character. He just looked different.
Oh, okay.
Right? It was Johnny Depp played Grindelwald, Mads Mikkelsen played Grindelwald, and then they just sort of he was a very different character, and Mads explains this in here why he sort of couldn't recreate what Johnny Depp did. But Mads Mikkelsen said this. He goes, obviously, well, now the course has changed. He won the suit, the court case. So let's see if Johnny comes back. He might. I'm a big fan of Johnny. I think he's an amazing actor, and I think he did a fantastic job. He goes, having said that, I could not copy it. There was just no way I could copy it because it's so much him. It would be creative suicide. We had to come up with something else, something that was mine, and build a bridge between him and me. So Mads Mikkelsen saying that in the next Fantastic Beasts movie that Johnny Depp could actually come back because he was let go as soon as I think it was when the UK trial wrapped is when Johnny Depp was let go from the franchise. So there you go with that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, the top social media earners in the world of sports. And this was done by a data firm called Bonus Finder. And they compiled the top individuals in the world of sports, how much they make per tweet that is sponsored. Conor McGregor didn't even make the top 10.
Well, it's got to be Kardashian.
No, sports.
Oh, sports, sorry. Can I guess?
Yes.
LeBron James.
LeBron James is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th on the list.
Really?
For a sponsored post, LeBron James makes $428,000
I got
per
another
post.
one. I got another one.
Yes.
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo is number 1 on the list.
Gotta be.
Serena Williams.
$2 million per post. Lionel Messi in the world of soccer as well, $1 million per post. More, you had said Serena Williams not on the list.
Wow.
And then you got a cricket star at number 4, and another soccer star, and then LeBron James and then David Beckham is in the top 10. But number 3 on the list, and why it's controversial is because I guess some people don't think it's a sport. But Dwayne Johnson is at number 3. Dwayne makes $1 million per sponsored post. Ronaldo makes
Who said
double
it's not a
that.
sport?
I'm just saying people.
Sports entertainment.
Okay, I know. I get it.
The word sports is in it.
I get it.
It's still real to me, damn it.
I get
Fine line.
Thank you, Maury. The voice of reason, damn it, Maury. It's a fine line, okay? But you understand why people might say
Also,
that.
Dwayne Johnson, didn't he left sports and went to the movies, right?
Yes, but he's still from the world of sports. I get that. It would be like if Ronaldo retired. He would still be from the world.
Thank you.
David Beckham is long retired.
Don't forget, we all watched 13 seconds of Ronaldo showering, and that blew up.
We all, excuse me.
You did too.
No, I did not.
Yes,
did I?
during the show.
Oh, yeah, I did. You're right. Oh, that's when he was showering in his underpants, right?
Yes.
Oh,
See,
yeah, you got to
remember more
include
than I
that, man.
do.
You got to say the underpants thing when you're retelling the story.
So I'm trying to rewrite history.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't watch 30 seconds of Ronaldo showering. I watched 30 seconds of Ronaldo showering in underpants. Okay, huge difference. Huge.
Yeah, it totally sounds less weird, guys.
Shut up. Jerk.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
45 years ago today, in 1977, Elvis Presley passed away at the age of 42 in his Graceland mansion.
One of the greatest movies recently.
I can't hold on. You really like the movie, eh, Maura?
Oh, my. And then Matthew and I watched it again the second time with Matthew.
Yeah.
And he was
You can
just
leave
blown
this on.
away.
Really, huh?
Blown away.
I'll tell you, my problem with the Elvis movie was that...
Here we go.
Okay. So so often the idea of these celebrity rock star biopics are just so full of like the regular tropes, right? The dead brother, mama, you know, the love for the mother, the drug use, the everything else. Like you look at any of them, right? Like the Johnny Cash movie, the Elvis
The Rise
movie,
and Fall
the Rise
of
and
said
Fall,
star.
like the Doors movie, like all these sort of rock star, you know, biopics they all sort of, you know, have the same tropes because a lot of them live the same lives. But what ruined it was when they released the Walk Hard, The Legend of Dewey Cox with John C. Reilly, which was a parody of sort of all of these movies. And I love The Legend of Dewey Cox. I love that film. But when I watch the Elvis movie, it looks like a parody to me.
Really?
Because it's just so full of these sort of like tropes that they're not entertaining to me
I didn't see
anymore.
that. I saw Austin Butler, who was Elvis.
No,
So I felt like
but
I
do you
was
think
watching
that-
Elvis.
Yeah, it looked parody to me because all of that stuff, and oh my God, that scene where
Spoiler alert, come on.
what?
It's available on demand. Anyone can watch
Yeah,
it.
anybody can watch
I haven't
it.
watched it.
Oh, you haven't?
No.
You haven't watched it?
Oh, so go ahead.
Yeah, no,
Is it
there's
gonna
just
ruin the movie?
there's just the one scene, and the clip is all over social media now. As soon as it dropped on demand,
Yeah.
it's the only clip that started like going crazy. Which is there's a scene outside of like a carnival when Elvis's manager hears this kid on the radio singing,
Yeah.
and somebody goes, you know, hey, who is that? And he's like, well, we can't, you know, whatever, I don't know, like we can't sign him or something like that. And then the guy goes, that's a white boy. And then another guy goes, that's a white boy? Somebody else goes, he's white? Like there's a whole montage. There's this whole stupid montage of he's white.
Of everyone
right?
making a big deal of the fact
Oh my
that-
God, yeah. But I don't, the movie to me, like it was, and I'm very much a Baz Luhrmann fan.
Yeah.
But it just seemed parody to me. Like a little too parody.
Do you
to
think it's the love for it came from people like Maury, who are big fans of Elvis?
I'm a big
Like,
fan of Elvis.
My sister Laura, super huge Elvis nerd.
Yeah.
Loved. Went to
Yeah.
see it like the weekend it came out in theaters. Loved the movie. Couldn't say enough
Right.
nice things about it.
Right. Here, let me play the he's white scene. Okay. So this is the scene where they hear Elvis for the first time. Okay, ready?
That's the thing. He's white.
He's white?
What do you think, Texarkana? Shall we play for the 27th time? Shall we play for the 27th time? Everybody's talking about this. Everybody's talking about this.
They're all blown away by the fact that he's a white boy.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, it's I don't know. The movie was fine. Like it was
But you
fine.
agree it's going to win a bunch of Oscars.
Yeah, but no, I think you know because Baz Luhrmann and everything else, I think that it's going to win a couple of Oscars. But I just don't think it was a great movie
Because he's white?
because.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
What? The guy really hits the H in white. So we just played a clip from that Elvis movie, when they all hear Elvis for the first time on the radio, and Tom Hanks is blown away by the fact that he's white, and that clip is just it's everywhere. So here, let me play the clip again, okay?
Okay, go.
Okay.
He's white.
He's white?
He's white.
That first guy really hits the H in white, huh?
Yeah, go play again.
He's white.
Yeah, white.
Okay.
He's white.
So do you want to hear the remix to this?
Oh my God, they made a remix?
Yeah. So here is the
He's white?
Yeah. So here's the remix of the scene.
Okay.
Okay. Here's the remix to the scene.
I love this.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
That's the thing. He's white.
He's white?
What do you think, Texarkana? Shall we play for the 27th time?
We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so
Do you remember when everybody thought Rick Astley was black? Don't you remember that from back in the day when everybody was blown away by the fact that Rick Astley was a white guy?
I did not.
You didn't know that? That was such a huge thing with Rick Astley.
They all thought he was black?
Yeah, because everybody, when the video came out, everybody's like, he's a ginger?
That voice.
Right? That voice.
That soul.
When you only heard the voice,
Uh-huh.
everybody thought Rick Astley was a black singer.
I think the first time I ever heard the song was watching the music video.
Oh, see, then you didn't.
So I missed all of that.
Oh, you did. Oh, so
Yeah.
this is dead. This is dead on you, right? Like you don't understand any of this.
Play it again.
The humor in it. Okay.
That's a thing.
If you could just laugh like you knew, right?
Okay, yeah,
it
yeah,
would
yeah.
help me a lot. Thanks,
Okay.
man. You know what I mean? I had this whole thing planned.
Oh, that's okay.
Okay.
He's white.
He's white.
Yeah, he's haha.
He's white?
What do you think, Texarkana? Shall we play for the 27th time?
Hey, I get it. 'Cause
Okay.
back in the day, everyone thought Rick Astley was a black guy. Oh, that was great. That was great. I loved it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So 7 years after bailing on One Direction because of stress, Zayn Malik has kind of gone through his whole thing with Gigi Hadid. And
Are they still together? Or are they split?
no, they are not together.
They split, right?
No.
They split a while ago.
Yeah. And it wasn't pretty either because the mom came out and said that Zayn assaulted her, threw her into a dresser, and
Totally forgot about all that.
and then he was defending himself, saying that family's wacko, all this stuff. So this is Zayn doing. Are you interested in hearing Zayn sing "Night Changes" from off 1D's first album?
Oh, let it go, bro.
Oh, wow!
Just saying for him, like move on.
Wow! Wow! I didn't think that you'd have that reaction at all.
Bitter, yeah. Wow.
Everything that you ever dreamed of disappearing when you wake up. But there's nothing to be afraid of, even when the night changes. It will never change me and you.
There's a lack of articulation in that sort of generation of singers. Shem, you ever find that?
Yeah, it's a stylistic thing, right? It's supposed to make you sound a little more artsy. Ariana Grande does it right famously.
Yeah, I don't
really
understand
a lot,
a word
right?
that girl's saying. Yeah. I don't know. Was Zayn the best singer in the band, do you think, or no?
No.
Okay, I don't
He's a
wanna
great
know,
singer, don't get me wrong.
Listen,
but, yeah.
of all the, when he's like started releasing his solo stuff,
Yeah.
I dug every single song,
Yeah.
every single one. I don't know why they didn't take off, but definitely not the strongest singer from 1D.
But the best looking.
Yo, Zayn's the best. Oh, was Zayn your guy, Deepa?
Yeah, he's quite attractive.
Right.
I think he kind of looks. I think my husband kind of looks like him a little bit.
So I knew you were going to say that because
man.
that's what I was going to say. I think you're
Really?
attracted to Zayn because he has similar traits to your husband, Talal.
Yeah,
Interesting.
They're both very pretty boys. So I do appreciate that.
Whoa, I'm going to say that.
What? No, it's a nice thing. Like, oh, you're so beautiful.
All co-workers today call him a pretty boy.
Wow. I thought that was completely normal. My whole life I was called pretty.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's normal.
Yeah, it's totally
pretty boy
normal.
Talal.
It's totally normal. It's totally
That's the
normal.
best compliment. Like a guy could be handsome, but when you're pretty, you're good
it's
looking.
next level.
So
Okay.
That's next level.
Thank you. Thank you.
See, us uggos over here, we don't understand.
No, you don't. So just back off.
Let's be over here in my ugly corner.
Damn it, Maury Zayn, prettiest guy in 1D back in the day, or no?
Yes.
So you agree fully,
Oh,
huh?
wow.
Really? I'm
Interesting.
shocked that there's no Harry love.
I'll take that too.
Oh, okay, fair enough. There it is. There it is.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Martha Stewart has responded to the meme claiming that she's dating Pete Davidson.
Martha Stewart?
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Okay, so Martha's super horny, right? Like
Yeah.
we played that clip where she said that she has friends, right? That she has friends that she is just waiting for them to die so she can date their husbands,
Yeah.
right?
Shem, would you date Martha Stewart?
In
Real
a
talk.
Second.
Yeah?
What
Yeah.
her
Stop
and
it.
Helen Mirren?
No.
Come on, man.
Yeah, let me throw another one in there for you, Shem.
talk
Okay, because I think that the big three in that world, because I share that love, the same love that you do.
Amen.
The big three in that world: Martha Stewart, Helen Mirren, and the third is Diane Sawyer.
Shem just turned into the heart eyes emoji.
Take a drink of water for a second.
Right. So there was Martha Stewart and Pete Davidson have had like a ton of run-ins. So they met at the Justin Bieber roast on Comedy Central years ago. Then there was another picture of them taken at a restaurant in Malibu after that. Then they met again and one time on SNL. And then at the White House Correspondents' Dinner on April 30th, Pete Davidson was there with Kim Kardashian. There's a picture of Pete and Kim getting their picture taken with Martha Stewart. And Martha Stewart and Pete in that picture are holding hands.
Aw.
And somebody put that on Twitter and said, we should have seen it coming. Oh. Right? And then so Martha Stewart's reaction was this. She said, Pete Davidson is like the son I never had. He is a charming boy who is finding his way. So there you have the response. Sun zoned.
Yeah,
right.
that's a new one. New level.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Lisa LaFlamme, CTV, they blew her out yesterday, and this was like a shock to people. How many is she put? And like
35 years?
Yeah, it's got 3 million views.
Yeah, her
already.
video, and it was interesting because there's been this sort of history in news when your sort of main anchor, who's the staple and the one that Canadians trust and everything else. Like when they leave, they get to do their goodbye, right? Because it's good for business. You don't piss off your audience, all this stuff. But Lisa LaFlamme, after 30 years and being the marquee face, voice, and talent for that entire organization, said goodbye and broke the news on her own Twitter.
On June 29th, I was informed that Bell Media made a, quote, business decision to end my contract, bringing to a sudden close my long career with CTV News. I was blindsided and am still shocked and saddened by Bell Media's decision. I am forever grateful to you, such loyal viewers, for sharing in the belief that news delivered with integrity and truth strengthens our democracy. At 58, I still thought I'd have a lot more time to tell more of the stories that impact our daily lives. Instead, I leave CTV humbled by the people who put their faith in me to tell their story. I guess this is my sign-off from CTV, so I want to express my deepest gratitude to all of you, to my incredible colleagues for their unwavering support, my dear friends, and my loving family. While it is crushing to be leaving CTV National News in a manner that is not my choice, please know reporting to you has truly been the greatest honor of my life, and I thank you for always being there.
Kind of did her dirty, huh?
Yeah, and when you look at the more recent national news anchor departures, Lloyd Robertson retired at 77 in 2011, and Peter Mansbridge retired at 69.
Yeah, and they both got to do the...
They got to say their goodbye. But you know what's crazy about this? Why I think people are up in arms even more is that this happened at the end of June, and she was told to keep it a secret.
Yeah. Yeah, and not doing the goodbye is a real. It's such a having Lisa LaFlamme say goodbye on her own Twitter is crazy. What is it?
I mean, the thing that everyone's talking about is the press release that went out said that she left on like that it was her decision.
Yeah, well, no, they said it. They said it was a business decision that they were letting her go. And I don't know in what world letting Lisa LaFlamme go is a good business decision.
And then
I don't know how you
release it
justify
said,
that.
We're going to look for the next the replacement or whatever, and then 10 minutes later they announced who it was. They didn't even give her a day to.
No, it's and she's only 58, right? And remember, like it was such a ballsy move too, because remember when she couldn't get her hair did, and then so she let the gray grow in, right?
Yeah.
That's like a boss move, and to not let Lisa say goodbye after doing sort of what she did, and again, the precedent was set, especially with Lloyd Robertson, where he did that show till he was like 150, still dyeing his hair the color of an orange freezy. You know what I mean? Like, looking good, right? But they let him, they let him say goodbye.
Have a goodbye show.
Yeah, no, they did. It's just it's an odd thing to do, and it's even more bizarre to call this a business decision because it's just I don't know how you justify that as a business decision. Nobody does.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Apparently, Drake just set a new Billboard record. He earned his 30th top 5 song on the Billboard Hot 100 thanks to his feature on "Staying Alive" by DJ Khaled. Features shouldn't count. They shouldn't. Not when we're talking records. First of all, Billboard is just it's a disaster now.
We've had this discussion before where we've said it should just be like you're the main, like it's your song.
Yeah. Well, I mean, streaming ruined Billboard, right? Like, first of all, can you play that song? Because I haven't heard it. Do you have that there?
Staying Alive?
Yeah.
I don't have it.
You don't have it. Streaming ruined Billboard because as soon as they allowed individual songs that stream to count towards album sales, that's when artists just started putting 40 songs on an album and just dumping their hard drive onto Spotify because that's how you game the system, right? That's how you break all these records. Like the Beatles had this record, I think it was like, I don't even know, like 64 years ago or something like that. But when you look, like it's as if there was no good music from like the Beatles to when streaming started, because as soon as streaming started, that's when like Adele broke all the records, Kanye broke all the records, everybody broke all those old records. Yeah. But is it really like, can you really start comparing like what Adele did, even though Adele is incredibly successful, to like what Michael Jackson did?
No,
like when somebody like Adele starts breaking Michael Jackson records, like
it's not fair.
It's not fair. The system is wonky, right?
Because in the Michael Jackson days, they were like physical copies that you would buy, or the streaming. The Billboard numbers counted on how many times it was played, like on the radio and record sales and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So completely different time to now, where you can just hit repeat on Spotify or whatever.
Well, that's the whole thing, right? Yeah. And also, I mean, don't get me wrong. Like back in the day, because back in the day when they used to do Billboard, it wasn't there was no way to trace sales. Nobody had a way to tally sales. So the only way that you could get on Billboard was how many albums shipped to record stores. So then the record companies were like, well, what if we just ship like all the records to the record stores?
1 million.
And if they don't sell, they just send them back to us. But it doesn't matter what they send back. It only matters what we ship, right? And so that's
Even
how
still,
all that happens.
I'm a Drake fan, so congratulations, Drake.
But that's a monster number. 30th is 30th top 5 track.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
According to psychologist Greg Matos, he wrote in Psychology Today, a new article, says that the current state of young middle-aged men's love lives shows that they need to, quote, address a skills deficit. He said, I hear reoccurring dating themes from women between the ages of 25 and 45. They prefer men who are emotionally available, good communicators, and share similar values. Yet he claims that he's found that the modern men's biggest problem is, in fact, communication, which is the lifeblood of any healthy long-term relationship. He says it comes as data shows that dating apps are overrun with men. That's a term to use, huh? Overrun. Jeez. Way to make it appealing for women, right? How do we get more women on here? Tell them that it's overrun by men. That's how. 62% of users on modern dating apps are men, and that figure is collected collected in the U.S. in 2019, and it showed that more than half of men were more single than women, so doubled on those dating apps. That's crazy, but communication, that's what they say.
I always say arguing is the best.
No,
key.
that's not what he's saying. It's not arguing. How did you get arguing out of all of that? I just said?
It's a branch of communication.
No. Communication, like being able to have like an emotionally intelligent conversing being able to sort of like communicate feelings, communicate ideas.
Absolutely. I'm just remembering my husband last night. We don't put our socks there.
Oh yeah, see, communication, people.
Wow,
yes.
Where did you put your socks?
On the couch.
Gross.
We don't put our socks there.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.